Welcome to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name is Win, alongside AJ will be your casters for the day, and thanks to our title sponsors Vivo. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming, the Vivo V17 Pro is the one for you. And you do enjoy the stream, remember to click that subscribe button, making sure that you get the notifications as well, because there's 6 regions being played on this channel, and it's all going to be pretty much fun, AJ.
And also, if you want to play the game, just simply go to Google Play or App Store, download the game, click the start button, and you're basically in the game.
Yep, that's it. It's as easy as that. Remember to click that subscribe button as well, because there's so many games being played here, and it's all pretty much fun, AJ. As we've seen a lot of action, we've seen a lot of differences between all of the regions, but today we are in the Middle Eastern region. So this is a competition system that will be played here throughout the duration of the group stages. We will start with 32 teams, and then we will dwindle down to 24 at the semifinals, and then at the regional finals we will be left with 16 teams.
And after, so we're basically gonna see 8 teams getting cut off basically every round.
Yep, that's it. And the 20 points is the winner chicken dinner points that you will get, because this is the change in this season. From 11 to 16 you get 1 point, so that's a huge difference from what we had in the last season. 11 to 16 you get 0 points, and number 1 was 30 points. So now will be the groups that will be playing today will be Group A and Group C. We have a few teams that inside there that's really strong, like the Kurd Squad, Kurd Squad. We have V8, we have Iraq Monsters, Dvendetta, Nox, SWAT 69. A lot of good teams that will be playing today.
Yeah, basically we got Iraq Squad, which got a lot of kills, and basically they're at the top of the scoreboard right now. After that we got the Real Deal and 963 after. So but the Real Deal is basically on Group D. They're not playing today, but today is going to be Group A and Group C, as you say.
Yep.
So we're gonna see 963 followed by 67 points, trying to catch up to Iraqi Squad.
Yep, they're quite close together here, as you can see. You will see after this in the ranking system, where the numbers are already added up. So the Iraq Squad is of course number 1, number 2 followed by the Real Deal, and number 3 963. So that's the points, or the top 3 that will be playing or have been playing in the duration of the 2 days.
Yeah.
But of course the real special thing about it is in Group C we have the Real Deal and 963, and both of them, after playing yesterday's games, have already reached themselves to the top 3 in the scoreboard.
Yeah, so 963 again, so we basically have 2 963s this season in Middle Eastern Group. We got 963 the squad and the 963 the alphabet version, right?
Yep. And 963, the one that's the team with the written ones, is the one that is in the top 3. So I think that's pretty much good to see, because both of them are in Group C, and to show the strength of Group C, that will be it. But whatever it is, we will be going into map number 1. We will be Erangel to kick things off in day number 3 of the group stages for the Middle Eastern squads. So what do you think will happen, AJ, after seeing the first 2 days?
So basically Group A, which played the day before yesterday, they should have a little bit of time. They need a little bit of time to warm up again, but it's not gonna take long, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes to do the job. But Group C, which just played yesterday, they're basically hot and ready to go with the fight. So we may see Group C teams catching up pretty fast, but Iraqi Squad, man, they are pretty insane, right?
Yep.
They're killing, they basically dominated the killer board on the first day, and they managed to stay on the killer board yesterday, which Group C and Group D already played. Yeah,
they were at the top because due to their winning ways, and of course their killing ways as well, getting 42 kills in the last time that they played. So this is the flight path. We will be flying from Novo Parade towards the hospital site. So a lot of these teams can't really reach Nasnaya Polinaya, which is a little bit further up. But if they can reach it, and the circles around there, that'll be really fun to watch as well, because they will be left to their own devices to kind of farm up, to kind of loot up first before they start taking the fights.
And this circle, if the circle spawns on the north side, which it does, oh my god, we're gonna see some bridge campers, and maybe KS is going to have a bad time and hard time crossing that bridge.
Yeah, they might have a hard time, because it's, again, once the circle already is shown on the screen, we know that where the teams should be going. And of course, since it's going towards the north side, there's a couple of bridges there on the top of Georgiapol which they have to cross over. And if it turns back towards the east, sorry, to the western side, there's going to be a lot more problem for a lot of these teams because a lot of them are actually centered around school, around Rozhok, which might be a fight very early on here.
Yeah, as you said, so the circle, if it's ends up on the north side of the circle, well, we're gonna see a lot of teams, like if they playing conservative, they should move up to the north side because there's basically not nobody there.
Already
And we have
MEA,
the first
already a
knockdown.
few kills here
Two
coming
kills
on.
already, right, you're right.
Very early on, and now we're looking at the top of Georgiapol where GG and Good Game and of course UN are playing around each other. Here's RMB back with MEA, and as you can see, MEA already lost a couple of players here as executors all just running around the house. Or not MEA, it might be another team that's got knocked down. I might have gotten that wrong. But whatever it is, there's a lot of fights happening early on, and as you can see, it's a little bit congested here on the top of Rozhok near the school area, and the hills or the what is it called again? The power tower, which is behind Rozhok. So a lot of them are playing around there. We're back to Pochinki where HQ is playing against V8. Now here might be some action whereas V8 is against V8 here running around. It's Major getting shot down by Holoka. Getting shot back as well. It's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. 3v3 situation. They're pushing back in. HQ. Jamas already on top of the roof here, looking for more kills, looking for the V8 squad, but V8 is quite close to them. It might be a big fight here. What's going to happen? HQ and V8.
Like HQ right now is going to try to pick up Locader, and he will pick it up, trying to recover it. But again, we've seen different plays from different regions, right? We've seen, for example, South American teams like to play basically more conservatively, but we see basically Middle Eastern team like to play much more aggressively early on the games. It's not too good an idea to also to play again, so like to play aggressive early on the games, but it's just not worth it. Just mentioning it again, right? But again, every team plays the way they feel the best, right?
Yep.
So let's not get too judgmental about how they play, but it's still like we got advices, right?
Yeah, don't be too hasty, but at the same time, maybe do some calculated risk.
Yes.
If you can get the fight, maybe you can win it, and then you don't have to, we will not lose too much out of it. So maybe try and go for that fight. Following SMP now with RBK, this might be the fight that we'll be looking for near Rozhok, where it's a little bit more congested here, where RBK Skull just pushing through, doesn't know where SMP is, so they have to be careful here.
Yeah. We have SMP Citizen X right now crawling and trying to get more information if you can, and getting basically having one UZI and one AK on the back of it, so basically equipped, but not a lot of items to play with. Look at no smokes, no grenades, and no energy drinks or painkillers. So if he gets shot, he's gonna lose some health and might not be ready for this fight. So the best thing for SMP right now is just to avoid fighting with RPK right now.
Yep, SMP as well. It's a little bit split up through the, you can see the road is in between them, but Hawkeye has to spot out. Shooting him down. And not just he shooted him down, he actually shot him down. I don't know what's wrong with my English today. So shot him down, and Hawkeye will be dropped on his knees. The first casualty of the fight so far. But he can't really finish the job, or he can't really commit to it because he's behind the hut. And there's two more players beside him. And SMP is a little bit split up. As you can see, the road is splitting them up in right smack in the middle. Citizen Sex a little bit further up towards the north. So he's all alone here. So the rest of RBK will be converging onto who is it? But converging onto that knock to try and support him, but I think, yep, he's already been knocked out and out of the game. So one of the casualties is coming in from the RBK squad.
Yeah. So basically, like Citizen X did the right thing. Like they are doing the right thing right now because they won some kills, right? They got that knocked out in, and one kill is enough. You don't want to lose any manpower early on in games, and we see Citizen X like quickly backing off and trying to reposition his like with his teammate and regrouping on the basically south side of our city.
Yep, they will try to converge together here. Kablash is coming in as well with the car. It looks like they want to push. He's picking up Citizen X. So I think they want to regroup here. Might
Yep.
be able to take this fight because they know they already dropped one player from RBK. They have the advantage. And now they don't need to go uphill. And because of it, they are exposed a little bit onto Skull. But Skull will not be able to finish the job. So both of them will be pretty much safe here. And has another couple of houses to kind of loot up and get themselves ready for this fight.
Yeah, like, but also RPK right now. So they basically both of these teams are in the middle of the circle. So we may see a lot of teams passing by, but if you get a lot of teams passing by you, that means you can be the third party if you play well, but you can be third party by other teams passing by. So it's not really advisable to just like trying to like keep engaging with other teams. Maybe just declare a territory and telling other teams like, oh right, this is our part, don't cross the line and we're good. But we're not seeing much of that. We see a lot of Middle Eastern teams like to play pretty aggressive about it, like, oh, this is our city, this is our place, if you see our name next time you better run because we're just gonna dominate you. For example, the Iraqi squad. And speaking of Iraqi squad, they're basically pretty close right now, closing in from the eastern side, and we may see Iraqi squad coming into these two teams, but it won't be too good for Iraqi squad like passing by so early on because like they may get shut down, but looks like Iraqi squad is avoiding the city. Pretty good job right there. And KS over here also.
Oh, right now, as you say that, is RBK Skull will be fighting or will be shot upon by Kablash, and RBK Skull is very, very low, hiding behind the wall for the meantime, trying to heal back up, but he's very, very low now. Now he heals back up, but again, RBK has already lost 2 players. They're on the back foot. SMP can just engage on them because they have the car, but they're not doing that because, as you said, sometimes you do not know or you do not have any information and you are right smack in the middle of everybody else, so you might be engaged upon by somebody else and be third party, although you were the one trying to be the third party in that fight.
Yeah. So SMP right now just making sure, like gathering information, and we got the next circle coming in. This is gonna be an ugly fight, especially on the circle, because we got half of the circle in the water, right? So yeah, everybody is gonna try to cross that river, and you can see actually Iraqi squad, they might go for the camp over that bridge. Like they're keeping the distance, they are near the shooting range, but they might just convert and go there, and we might see some kills coming in from Iraqi squad.
Yeah, they might be that and just camping or gatekeeping there to make sure that nobody passes through on the bridge or near the bridge, but again, they could be third party as well because a lot of these teams going to converge across the bridge and it might be too much that they can't handle this. But so far, they're pushing in very, very slowly from the southern side of the map. You can see Iraqi monsters coming in as well. V8 is coming in from the south.
And we
HQ is there as well.
Like we got a safe cross right there, but yeah, it was good. It was a safe cross, but a risky cross. And that was safe. That was good. So
And,
K is actually not going for a fight, right?
Yeah, but they are gatekeeping as that area as well.
Like they're just like, this is the spot we want. Maybe they're gonna try to pick up teams which are a little bit late for the party to get in the circle later on the game. But so far so good for KS. But it's also a hard place to actually to keep the position and keep the territory for themselves, because once again, the Middle Eastern teams just don't give anything. Like they just don't care, right?
Yep.
Sometimes like they don't care. They like to like they're always ready for the fight, right? They can always go for the fight.
Getting shot from the back, Buyo will not be able to finish the job. This is just everybody just running around, just getting into cars, trying to cross the river here, making sure that they get towards the northern side of the map where the circle is. And again, half of it is in water, so they have to kind of cross very early on to establish themselves inside the circle, and then just make sure that they'll be very, very safe here.
So far so good. K is still trying to gather some vehicles just to be in case, with some backup vehicles also, but not stopping those vehicles in the best position you can find. Maybe like keep the vehicle in somewhere that it's not gonna be get easily shot. We have HBQ, right, HQB, sorry, HQ, head Q trying to move away, and everything is so far so good. But we are seeing more conservative plays from Middle East. Like after the first 2 days, teams are basically starting to back off a little bit and starting to play a little bit safer, a little bit calculated plays.
Yeah, they're trying to play a little bit more slower here, slower pace. They've dropped gears a little bit, but of course the thing is, yes, we saw Group A battle Group B, and then Group C battle Group D, but we didn't see Group A battle Group C just yet. So I think Group A and Group C, they do not know how each other play just yet. So I think this is, again, the first couple of games usually is a gauge of how the game will work. But here comes the circle towards the western side. As you can see, Nox is outside, Seven Kings outside as well, SMP is outside. A lot of these teams have to kind of converge back towards the shooting range. And then after they've crossed, the thing is, with this, there's not going to be a team that's going to be gatekeeping on towards the bridge anymore, because they're going to try and get themselves into the circle and play it a little bit more safer here. As IQ will be shot upon, monsters in a lot of trouble as DVX is firing onto him and bringing them down. And Dvendetta, now it looks like they'll be all she wrote. They'll be fighting a little bit here, but again, playing it a little bit more conservative, playing it a little bit further behind to kind of play it a little bit more safer here.
Yes, and right now we got team Dvendetta, right? Basically, like, they're pretty geared up, right? They got some painkillers, they got some Red Bull, sorry, not Red Bull, energy drinks, and
Hari though gets shot while he was driving around. Now he gets taken apart by Osama. Iraqi squad is a team that is right now on the top of the charts and looking very, very good in the start of this game. Already gotten themselves one knock and might be finishing it off as well. Already, they got no kill either way.
So we got basically another team, TRD, pretty close range, and they're just spraying down and making sure that TRD doesn't invade their territory right there. And basically what Iraqi squad is going to do is right now, they're going to establish a line of defense from two-sided, mostly from one from the south side, one for the north side, also making sure, and someone's going to crush into Iraqi squad. It's going to end up badly.
Oh, 7K just passes through, but they get sniped upon and they get knocked on their feet, and they will get his name is Hero, but he wasn't really the hero there. He got taken down. They were trying to drive by because they wanted to get established themselves position inside the circle, but Iraqi squad already established themselves there. Namdi are not getting shot as well by TRD. They're in a lot of trouble as TRD sprays them down. Seven Kings, well, what would they be doing here? I think the best decision is just to run away, as CRD is not getting third party as well, so they have to be careful here. Their position has been compromised. They're sitting outside, playing it very, very safe. Now they can jump back into a bunker if they want to, but there's no space for them to play with here. TRD will be picking up all of their players, and hopefully they will try to escape from here.
So basically TRD is the second spot, like they got the most, second most total points with 31 kills so far, and followed by 963 with 24 kills. So basically we are seeing the first place, second place, and the third place total scores fighting up. So that's maybe that's the reason this group is playing a little bit slower and a little bit most calculated, because basically they're fighting the best read, you can see.
Yeah, but Nox are now fighting with SMP. SMP knows where they are, but he just can't get the knock on Nox, as the rest of them are playing it by the beach and just staying it very, very safe. They have a kind of a cover there underneath the terrain, where SMP are kind of covered behind the car as well. So they're going to play it a little bit more passive here. Nox sees a couple of players from 69, will try to shoot them down, but again, 69 playing it very, very safe, trying to play it by the beach and play it a little bit more passive here. Squad 69 and in a pretty good position.
And that was it for the third circle, the fourth circle, which ends up near the coast, but right in the middle of the circle we have right now. So we're gonna see basically everything coming from north, east, south, guys all like basically everywhere coming in trying to get into that circle. We have SMP taking the blue but not going for the circle, and they have the first knockout from long range HQ.
Yep, they're getting knocked down left and right. Xeno and now spraying towards the Nox players. But Nox players, again, they have the terrain there and the blue is moving towards them. So they have to kind of push, and Nox players want to revert to a more defensive position or get back towards the circle as well. So Xeno is going to try and spray them while he's pushing through and to kind of avert their attentions away from them. But Iraq Monsters has been dropped at 16 here.
Yeah, Iraqi Monster being dropped earlier and being the first team which gets eliminated today. Not a good start, but maybe they're gonna try better next coming next round.
Yeah, and Iraq Monsters are not on the first or second pages as well of the rankings. They are not looking too great here. So not a fantastic start that they wanted to, but hopefully they can rectify this. But Max will be finished off here by SMP Xeno. And with that, it will be all she wrote. He's getting into the car and he will be able to evade this by HQ Gemas fighting with another team here in this position against UN, and Uncharted are firing back as well. Jamas is going to hide behind the terrain. Again, all of these terrains are being used here because this is at the northern side of the map where a lot of this is a little bit of a small and short hills where you can hide behind. By MEA, there is a third party coming in as well. MEA just fired back towards SWAT 69. One player has been taken out here. Bandar going to search for more players. Going to try to get some vantage point. They cannot really see another team who is close by them, but they're getting naded upon. They're going to try and blow up the car to make sure that nobody picks that back up. So they should be good to go.
Yep. So far so good. HQ right here, James, trying to hold that line, and basically they have established their base defense line, and maybe they're just gonna try to rotate early on, but it's not quite a good idea to rotate just right now because you just basically got everybody's detention, and it's actually not a bad terrain right here. You have cover behind the crane and you can basically see where everyone is. And Nox getting eliminated at 15th place.
Yeah, Nox is out now with still following HQ. There is a couple of teams that's near them, and you can see from the map itself that is SNP Kablash coming in from behind as well. Loka does see him though. I think Kablash might be alone. He gets knocked all alone so far. I'm not too sure what he's doing here. He's a little bit split up between the two. You can see the minimap, and the rest of his team are headed towards the north side. And Kablash gets knocked and finished off as well. Loka getting that kill. 2 kills right now for HQ.
And actually, if you see on the minimap right now, we've got an SNP's player just behind HQ. Maybe he's gonna try to sink his way into the next circle. So basically, that's the play we have here for everybody, SWAT 69 and HQ. So HQ is looking to rotate to their next position that they feel is the best for them. But yeah, basically trying to move a little bit western side of the circle.
Look at this though. Uncharted is outside of the blue. MEA marking them, waiting for them to expose themselves here. But they are eating a lot of the blue here so far. As you can see, they're bleeding out very, very fast. But MEA will be able to push out. I think they want to convert this into kills. But the problem is, I'm not too sure if they can stay here for now.
Uncharted is not giving those points actually for me Assassins. They're just gonna say, right, I'm not giving those kills, and I'm gonna try to spray you down before I get knocked out. And they got 2, and he gets 2 knocked down.
This is really smart, Majud as well. But this time around, the play zone will eat them up, and he is down and out for the count. UN is out. They were playing beside the blue, and with that, although they've gotten 2 knocks, but that will be all screwed for them, and they will be finished off. And the rest of them are converging into the circle as well. Assassins will be able to pick out their teammates here. There's 3 being knocked out, so they have to make haste because the circle is going to try or going to start moving in, and a lot of these teams are converging onto the circle as well. So they have to pick up a couple of more players. Can they pick them up though? That's the question, because Executors has been finished off. Faker's way behind and bleeding out as well. The blue is going to eat him alive. So I don't think Assassins will be able to pick Faker up, and they should be able to just leave him there.
And
somebody else actually gets the kill up on him. So that's really, really nice. Now back to N6 along with HQ. Hit Q. What are they going to do here? They're trying to fight this off, but RBK is going to try and third party them as well. So Kurd is there.
Basically, we have HQ right now, 4-man strong, but they're not in a pretty good position right now. So it's better for them to try to make the decision how to play the next game, because you can see they're basically a pretty split away. They basically are having 3 line of defenses. One on the north side, making sure nobody comes, which is 2 players. One is like making sure nobody comes from behind. And basically right now they have already established their line of defense, and they know like the next thing they want to do right now is trying to gather more information, making sure like trying to find out who's who and where's who.
So 963 is right smack in the middle of all the action here. So they have to be careful because they have to kind of converge back into a circle. As you can see, there's 3 teams that are now trying to converge back into a circle, which is I think HQ and of course DVX coming into it from the southern side. So they have to kind of meet up with each other because they're all coming in from one direction. Right now, Iraq squad are getting fired upon. A few nades come flying into its direction,
like
but somehow again they're getting the high ground.
Yeah, so they got the high ground, but they're not in the best position right now. They are in the best position in terms of terrain, but they're not in the best position in terms of location right now because they're basically getting naded by 2 teams, one from GG and another from actually KS. So they're having a hard time and they're trying their luck, and luckily no one gets naded so far.
Yep, so far no one gets naded. Iraqi squad looking pretty good here in this situation, but KS has already lost a player, but GG coming in from the side. TRD in a lot of trouble here as they get third party as well. GG coming in from the side. Good Game sees the real deal, and the real deal is sitting at number 3 for number 6 up in the list. Sorry, number 2 up in the list, so they have to kind of sustain this, kind of defend themselves from getting shot down. Right now you can see the circle pushing in towards the western side, and they have to all converge in towards one direction. They're all coming in.
So GG actually, Emmet Shar maybe gets taken down by ME Assassins because they were like quite close behind him. Maybe a good call from ME Assassins trying not to kill or draw attention towards this side, so they can basically get in that top 5 place. And right now we have GG, the GG team, which GG good game, getting 1 player knocked out. They're looking pretty good from the games of first day we see. We didn't see a quite good, they didn't leave us a good impression on the first day, but either then getting into the top 3 places slowly and squeezely. But over here, so far so good for GG.
I like how you say that, squeezely. They kind of have to wiggle their way back into the circle. So again, Iraqi squad, HQ has been eliminated. Oh, it has gotten itself 5 kills, 5 elimination there with IQ in a lot of trouble. Again, everybody's just converging on towards Iraq squad, but they're left with 3 players. With the nades come flying out as well from the GG, but will not connect. Iraqi squad still very much safe here, but where will they go from it? That's the thing, is they're getting surrounded here by GG, TRD, and of course MEA. KS is behind them as well, so they're getting slaughtered one by one. Salmon gets dropped and will be finished off as well. That means that Iraq squad will be left with 3 players here. They should be safe for the meantime because everybody else is proning as well, so they're playing it very, very passive here for the 6th circle. The Nick comes flying out onto a zap. Does a little bit of damage towards him, but he's pretty much still safe here. And Tip is proning as well. Everybody's just proning on towards this hill. As you can see, it's so congested. Everybody's very, very close towards the Iraq squad, but they can't really take this kill because as soon as they stand, everybody else is going to see them, and TRD will be able to pounce on their opportunity.
So here's the problem. Whoever fires the first shot is going to get fired upon very fastly. And we're gonna see the first shot being fired from Me Assassin trying to get that kill.
Yep, a zap. They're now getting fired upon. Will be able to drop him down. He's on his knees. Can he finish him out? So Guns is all alone there behind him. Guns should be able to get the kill, and he will be able to do so. KS will be able to take down Marco, and now Iraq squad left with 2 players, or 2 players unknocked just yet by GG from the side. Will be finished off by Baby, or will be knocked by Baby. A lot of knocks happening at the same time. 5 teams still very much alive with GG. Teep has been taken out by KS. Kurd Squad still very much alive in the game. 3 players strong, and they are with the most players right now still very much alive. GG is still there. Iraq Squad with 2 players, and Baby coming in from behind, but GG knows where he's at, so they're waiting for him to appear after the blue has kind of pushed him in, so he has to stand here. Baby still proning around. Now he stands up, but he's running from the side of the terrain, so they can't really see him here.
So basically, the terrain is so perfect right now. Iraq Squad being on the highest place they can get. but they basically getting itemized a lot. But here, if like we can see teams which were prepared, for example, Iraqi Skirt, they already have maybe 200, but like I believe the plan wasn't to be staying here,
Yeah.
but the plan just got changed by the circle. Here we have the seventh circle coming in. Time is going to be 26 minutes, and we got 4 more minutes left to see the total massacre.
Yeah, they are. I think this is going to be the last circle where everybody just converges in and
Yes.
just tries to fight. Because right now they're playing it very passive. Everybody's just putting out. Just playing it safer a little bit. But TRD, as you can see, they're on the left side of the screen here. They're the furthest from the fight along with Me Guns. But Me Assassin's Guns is all alone as well. So he kind of has to prone himself all the way in. TRD can still take a fight, but it's ill-advised because they're only left with 2 along with Iraq Squad. So Iraq Squad from here, it looks like Hishi will be taken out by Iraq Squad's outplay. That's nicely done from him, but there's still 2 more players coming in from the KS Squad. Kurd Squad with Baby and Muyo as well. So they're coming in from the sides. Outplay is still there, proning behind the car. So you can't really see him. Outplay going to go for the spray down. Hishi is still very much there, but he's going to spray right from the side. Muyo will drop him, but Osama is there to provide support, but he's lost. Outplay is done for. Osama's left all alone here in a 1v2 situation between him and the KS Squad. The Kurd Squad, but the Kurd Squad is playing it very passive as well after the one player has been knocked, and looks like they can't really come in for the save. I think Osama can't really pick up Outplay here. As soon as pick up Outplay, oh my god, Outplay gets naded upon. Osama as well, a double nade coming in from TRD Mali from behind, from up top. He will be dropped. 2 players as well. That's really good. Iraq Squad is done and dusted, leaving KS, GG, ME, and of course Me Assassin, and of course TRD, the real deal. One of them is of course the top 3 here. That's TRD, the real deal is the top 3 player.
Yeah, we got CRD right now. Like everything is not going bad so well for TRD. That's the real deal, and also 693 I believe are still sorry, not 693. Vikendi still have 1 player left. So basically, we're gonna see TRD making the play, and he goes for the play, but one less.
Oh
that
no,
was
Kevin
close.
actually gets shot upon instead by Gun. Somehow he's still alive here and is still surviving, but they can't really commit to this fight. So I think that Mali will try to pick up Kevin because he can't really see him here. But still, 4 teams alive. Everybody's still very much alive here. Tahir all alone, still very much surviving, but Mali getting sprayed down by Guns. But Guns finally gets finished off, leaving TRD with 2 players, and they will be able to pick him up, but Marley is explosive by picking him up. Buyo is all that's left in the KS Squad. GG Tahir is all that's left for GG as well. So they will be able to he will be able to pick up Kevin, and that means that TRD will be left with 2 players still very much alive. Hishi can't be picked up along with Baby. Buyo is left
But
as well.
actually, he's scouting for his team. He's trying to find where actually the other teams were, and he may just got that information just before he died. So Case may know right now where is TRD and how many players they got. But on the other hand, GG may not has much information. He just knows somebody's on his right side, and there's 2 players or 1 player at least on the left side. But the kills is not coming
right
in.
now, but
and
Marley has already taken him down. So KS is out of the fight. They will be going out in 3rd place, leaving GG Tahir all alone. TRD primed to take this winning chicken in. Kevin's just jumping around, getting some information. Tahir is still proning around, still just hiding here. But Marley's going to have to push in because the blue is eating him, going to be eating him alive. So he will be just slowly seeping his way into the circle. Kevin still proning, Kevin still scouting around, but Tahir has been exposed a little bit. I think no, they see him. Kevin is just shooting the car, making sure that he explodes first, and Tahir can't really hide behind the car, so Tahir has to push out. And the circle's pushing in. Tahir
again, we've
very much running here.
We've seen players trying to like 1v3 situation, and TRD giving some information. He sees it. He's not gonna fire. He's waiting for it. Waiting for the best situation, and gets the first.
Will be able to get Kevin down. Marley in a 1v1 against Tahir here. I think this will be on the fight. I think Tahir wants to finish the job, but Marley stands out. Will be able to finish on Tahir, and that is TRD will pick up the first game of the day.
Well, Marlet and TRD, the real deal. Congratulations to TRD.
Look at that, 10 kills for Marley. What the hell is going on with TRD here?
Like,
they're just firing on all cylinders for the start of the game.
Yeah, they got 13 points from just only killings and ended up in 1st place, which makes a total of 33 points, which they got basically, they originally had basically 67 points, I believe, and at that 33 points, which they got just now, basically makes them 100 points, 14 kills, 101 points in total. So basically making them maybe the first place team.
Yeah, man, exactly that. Iraq Squad also, of course, fell very early on, so they couldn't really accumulate any points. So I think they kind of got maybe a couple of kills at most, but that would be all she wrote for Iraq Squad. And with that, TRD picking up the first win. That's really nicely done for them. Of course, they were the top 3 teams. They are sitting at number 2 with 70 points. And as AJ just said, their points has accumulated and they might be the top right now against Iraq Squad.
Actually, after thinking it through, Iraqi squad got 93 points last time, right? But they basically ended up in 5th place, so that's 8 points straight away. So 93 plus 8 means 101. I believe they got more than 1 kill, so basically they still should be on the first place.
Yeah, but at least TRD caught back up and at least getting himself 2 winning chicken dinner so far.
Yeah, so far, like the problem was basically Iraqi squad has had about like 23-point lead from the second team. So basically that gap just got closed. Yeah, and like Iraqi squad had a little bit bad luck for it right there because like they were prepared to like rotate to other position, but the situation they got was the circle always was in the center of them. They were always on the center of them. Like that was sometimes good luck if you had a good train or you were like basically in a house or something like that. But the problem is like if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that was a pretty good spot for X-Squad because everybody was playing aggressive. So there wouldn't be as much as teams as today. So they basically got a lot of equipment, items to throw at them, grenades, smoke, Molotov, and they got hurt a lot of times. So they basically needed to use their medkits. So they they got weakened so early on in the game, and because everybody like made sound and yeah.
33 points. That's way ahead from what Good Game had to offer. HQ with 18 points, so that's 12, 13, 14-point lead in front of Good Game what they had in the first game. So the real deal with 33 points. As you said, plus that they should be maybe ahead, or with Iraq Squad getting kills.
If they got 10 kills, they should be even right now. They should be even, like getting 10 points. Like normally you get like only 3 points or 3, so they basically end up in the 6th place, not the 5th place. So ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit, but whatever it is, TRD showed us a fantastic game with winning that. But Iraq Squad, I think, as you said, they rotated very early on into its circle and then got themselves a very good position. But because they got sandwiched very early on, so the real deal is back up, 103. Similar to what Iraq Squad had to offer, 103 points as well. Both of them getting 2 winning rich candidates along with 963, but 963 is at 75, so they're way behind because as you can see, the kill discrepancy is that the real deal with 44 kills, Iraq Squad with 45, 963 with 27, just 27, and the rest of them are at 20, except for HQ with 32, which is admirable, but their placements was really abysmal.
So you can see actually the real gap in this scoreboard. Basically, the real thing is they got basically 20 more kills. Both the real deal and Iraqi squad have about like 40 plus kills, but the other teams are around 25, aroundish 25. Right. So not much of placement points. Like they got like 10 points or maximally 15 points. So basically kills do much. They basically matter much more than last season.
Yeah, but let's see. Iraq Squad with 2 players here in the top 3 of the kills leaderboard. That's very admirable, but again, the positioning was really abysmal in that last game. Although they got themselves in the middle of the circle, but I think it's ill-advised to go get yourself too much in the middle of the circle where everybody's converging onto them, and then they got sandwiched by 3 teams. And then they got naded upon at the last second, right? They got naded upon by, I think it was KS, I'm not entirely too sure, I can't really remember, but they
like
got
GG naded them, KS naded them, then they fought with like 2 more other teams. They basically, like, they were 4 men strong, but they had too many lines to defend to make sure that hill were theirs. But it was just like not the best position they could have hoped for.
Yep.
But well, sometimes like luck just plays a part. It's like luck is just a part of PUBG, and that's basically the most interesting and one of the most interesting things about PUBG Mobile.
Yep, that's exactly it. Iraq squad, unfortunate for them, they fell very early on. TRD picking up their second winning chicken dinner of the season. So thanks again for watching. We'll be back after this short break. Is that, and they are converging onto him. RB will be dropped here. Nicely played from the Nox play, but he's all alone and he will be sprayed down, and that will be all she wrote for that fight. Yes, Nox as well. Leaving Law all alone. Law is still fighting against Team 69, but somehow it's another team that rejoins them. It's actually Mode or MO rather.
I heard they're gonna get sandwiched also by 46, and I heard making some plays. 146 team members down. They're dueling back with 2 more, so I heard 1 more is gone. Feels the grenade coming in, getting covered, but
so many grenades though. Now no Moduni will try to throw 1 more in.
Great grenade.
It should be
and a knockdown.
Nicely done. He actually went through the window, went to the side. 46 fighting it out now, and somehow 46 comes out on top and will be able to survive for the meantime. Very nicely done from them. As we said, they have the better positioning here. They have the high ground. They're sitting in the hut or the Harry Potter tower.
The second team coming in.
There's another team wants to converge onto that side as well. ABS getting sprayed down. Satan just shooting them down, but somehow he has to hide for the meantime. No one to provide support, but he gets sprayed down as well. It's just wiping the floor with them, and somehow 46 survives.
PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Anytime, anywhere. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. A quick game for those short breaks. There is a better choice. PUBG Mobile Team Deathmatch. Endless respawn, endless fun. There is a better choice.
Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Cloud Open 2019 Fall Split Middle Eastern Group Stages. My name is Sven, along with AJ will be your casters for the day, and thanks to our title sponsor Vivo as well. And if you like to play with the PUBG Mobile games and then you want it to bring you more immersive, more powerful, more outstanding performance, use the Vivo V17 Pro, and here comes the glorious chicken dinner. Thanks again for joining us, and if you do like the stream, remember to hit that subscribe button and make sure you get notifications for the PUBG Mobile Esports channel, because there are 6 regions being played here on this very channel, AJ.
Yeah, and also if you want to play the game, just simply go to Google Play or App Store, download the game, and get that chicken dinner.
Yep, that's it. It's as easy as that. So we have just finished the first game of the day. TRD got their first winner chicken dinner of the day after getting or after fighting very gruesomely with 5 teams in the last circle. That was really hard to watch, but somehow they managed to win themselves that winner chicken dinner. So TRD are right now at the top of the table with just a couple of kills difference.
Yeah, no. Basically, TRD and Erangel are on sharing the first place, but Erangel getting one more extra kill. But
okay.
And I believe TRD getting 1 point extra from placement point.
Yeah, so
they're
103 each of them. So they're sharing a spot, but whatever it is TRD right now looking like they are in prime position to kind of get back into winning ways, because we saw the first group, we saw A, B, and then we saw C and D in the second day. So we thought that Iraqi squad looks like they were the team to beat. They were really strong,
maybe
right?
I'm just guessing, right? Maybe it was because Iraqi squad, right? They got 30 points, basically more than everybody, right?
Yep.
So they maybe just gonna say let's play it slow and let's keep this point momentum. We don't need to get more kills a lot. We don't need to get a lot of kills. We don't need to get a good placement points. We just need to continue to be on the top 3 or even top 5, and that's just gonna be enough. So they're playing a little bit more passive maybe, but it was pretty unlucky. So let's see if they gonna change the style back to the style play they had. And it's gonna be our first time playing this map, right?
Yeah, this will be Vikendi for the first time here at the PMCO Fall Split. I nearly said Phil Split. What the heck was I going for? Fall Split. So this will be the first time Vikendi is being played on the third day itself between Team A and Group A and C. So this will be fun to watch. The plane will be flying from Kantra. We'll be heading towards Sabava here, and so a lot of these teams can't really fly over Movatra or Bihar. But the thing is, with this map, it's very special because they have a lot of towns.
Yes.
So they don't really have to meet each other. They can just loot up wherever they want and then meet up towards the middle of the game. This kind of promotes them to fight towards the middle of the game because they'll be much more equipped to fight very early on.
So this is a little bit slower than Sandhawk, right? So it's a little bit bigger than Sandhawk, but also a little bit less equipped on every town. So normally you get a full team equipped when you fall in Sandhawk, right? But maybe if you go to small cities in this map, you may just need to go loot a little bit more, just a little bit more onto other cities.
Yep, you kind of have to cover a little bit more ground than you do a lot with Sandhawk, because Sandhawk promotes fighting very early on. But Vikendi kind of in the middle stages of the game. That's kind of the difference between Sandhawk and Vikendi, is that both of it are kind of small, but the smallest being Sandhawk, but it's kind of small, but one promotes fighting in the middle stages of the game, one promotes fighting very early on.
Yeah. So basically, and another we got SWAT 69 here, just looting. It's a normal day in the office, for everybody. Just trying to so far so good. We're not seeing a lot of engagements early on the game, so that's basically 3. But also we have already lost a player.
Unfortunately, the IQ is fighting with HQ here. One of the teams that are very close towards each other, but HQ, again, they can just run away here. They don't really have to meet with each other. They don't really have to fight, right?
They're basically disengaging. Oh my god, look at that circle win.
What the heck? This for our first game of the for our first Vikendi. That is a really painful circle to watch because,
Like,
as you can see, there's only squad 69 inside the circle now, along with Kurd Squad, but the rest of them are all outside.
This is the worst circle you can get in this position. Like,
Are you gonna say? Like the worst circle in the last 3 days?
Yeah,
This is kinda like
this
worst
is the
circle,
last
right?
circle in the last 3 days. You got nobody, basically nobody on the southern side of the map.
Yep.
Everybody is basically on the left upper side of the map. So everybody's just gonna try coming down, and everybody's gonna meet everybody. This is a small map. It's not a big map. There's not a lot of places to just go around. You're just gonna see everybody smacking into each other and meeting each other and fighting each other. So we're gonna see a lot of early kills coming in.
As
and
you say that, Jamas gets himself a double kill on towards the IQ squad. At least a double knock here. Monster is still inside there. Mustafa wants to try and support his friend, try to revive him, but they're trying to run away. Penio can't really be safe here. Jamas is coming in with Bandar. His HQ out on the hunt, looking for the place of IQ here. And IQ are running here, heck away from them. Mustafa is running away. I think they can at least revive one of the players, but one of it's being lost here.
Yeah, Kurd right now, maybe they can revive one, but for sure they're gonna lose one of their players. And there goes Monster, being the second player, getting eliminated early on in phase.
Fighting it up,
And
Mustafa
that
gets
was
dropped as
basically
well.
IQ is eliminated from this map early on.
Very, very quick, in quick succession. HQ just nails on them after getting those 2 kills. But it started off with Jamas getting 2 kills from very, at least far range with the submachine gun, right?
Pretty successful engagement for actually HQ, getting 4 kills and losing nobody and getting loots, and mostly securing the city or the loots for themselves. But again, this is gonna end up badly and ugly on this map because of the circle is not the friendliest. It is the worst circle we've seen so far in Middle East stages.
Yeah, and RBK right now very close towards 7K Elite. Namzi is there all alone. I think he's kind of split apart from his teammates. His teammate is coming in to try and help, but Namzi is already on top of the house. So he has a vantage point. He knows all of them are coming, so he just have to mark this, wait for them to come in, and just take them out one by one. But Hawkeye has been taken out, so it looks like RB might be in a lot of trouble here. But they're still converging onto this kill. They want to take down Namzi. Namzi is still on top of the house, waiting for them to expose himself. So waiting for that to come in. And it should be good to go for Namzi. He has the vantage point, waiting for them. He hears them, the sound cue is there, but they haven't exposed themselves just yet. They're looking for him, but they don't know how to really search for him. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe like Namzi got a little bit better understanding of this map. So maybe a little bit smarter, but you can actually see RPK knowing he's upstairs, and you can actually see 7K teams rotating and helping him out because there was no way that anybody's gonna win.
From the side though, as you say that, Kola comes in with a surprise. On surprise, we'll be able to drop him down very fast. That's 1K coming in from the 7K squad, or the 7K Elite squad, and RBK lost 1 player, lost 2 here, and they're stuck inside the house. This is very good from 7K Elite. They know what to do here. They're going to siege this house where Kurnex is in, and they will be able to spray him down from atop. Namzi is there, provide support. He was there, and they were looking for him, but somehow he found them first. The nades and mollies comes flying in. They know where he's at. The last play for RBK is inside this house. They're going to try and search for him. They know he's at the 2nd floor at least, and they're going to search up with Skull all alone because Kurnex has been knocked. I think he's going to try heal up first, and they're going to go for him. They know where the smoke is, so they think that Skull might be inside there, but it's still a little bit lost here in the smoke.
It's not the best idea to go just rushing in because the smoke there is there. And basically, if 7K actually gets this gets this win right here, and yes, they do. So congrats! Like 7K hadn't a very good game and good start from the first day.
Yeah.
So basically, they're from Group A. So it wasn't a pretty good start for them. So basically, they're securing the first win. So it's gonna help them.
First small win.
Yeah, small win, right? Small win.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere. With RBK is a good place to start as well. But Namzi there survived for the longest time on top of the houses, although he was being sieged. He stayed there very, very long. He knew what he had to do. Just waited for them to come in and then expose them because his teammates were coming in for the flank.
Yeah, totally agree on that. Good play from 7K, and we're gonna wish them luck.
Yeah, hopefully. So already 2 teams eliminated here. We thought that it was going to be a little bit slower than what it used to be on Sandhawk, especially because his Middle Eastern teams play a little bit more passive very early on in Sandhawk. So it was really weird. So nowadays, they're playing it very fast on Vikendi. So this is a little bit of a different pace for them. As Bandar crosses by Kurd Squad, and he will be sprint a little bit, but someone still survives and will be able to just hide himself behind that corner of the terrain in that car. So they will be safer.
Yeah. So basically, as a scouter, he got the information. So telling his teammate, just, all right, there's a team right there. I got some damage on me, but let's try not making that worse for us. So just rotate around and try to find a better place to call them. And yeah, everybody just likes to go straight into their teammates and try to knock them off. That's basically what everybody loves to do these days, right?
Yep, just like you can't hit the opponents, why not hit your teammates just for the fun of it? But as you can see, or we can see at least, the circle is still towards the lower bottom, and the rest of the there's only about 3 teams that's outside the circle. But I know there is team split up between KF and new team. It's actually HQ again. I can't really see the name there. We're talking by it might be TRD, but ZVX. It's ZVX there right behind. KS sees them, sprays them down, but DVX will be knocked upon. They kind of jumped out of the car.
Yep. So basically right now what everybody knows what's going on, right? Everybody sees, like, when everybody's dropping, like, they remember how many teams dropped out, when and where, right?
Yeah.
So basically everybody knows everybody is basically on the north side of the map. And when I will come back to that later.
Yep, SKS just wants to fight this off with this DVX. They're getting sprayed down one by one here, and Ari coming in from the side. So they should be able to spray this down as DVX. One more player here alone. Marty is there as well. He gets dropped. I think there might be one more player, but it's a little bit further back because they kind of left him there to just do his own devices. The car kind of went to one side. Ghost Cap just ran the heck out of there, went to the other side to try and survive. He is surviving for the meantime, but his positioning is not at the best. He's underneath them. They're looking for him. They have an inkling with where he might be, and Baby is right underneath as well. So he's going to try and search for this. He's going to turn in first. Sees them, and Baby's coming in from the side. They will be able to get this kill, and DVX gets eliminated at 14th place.
Alright, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Like, everybody's like looting in the same time.
Yeah.
That wasn't the smartest to try not to do that again, please. Or you're gonna get sprayed down pretty easily if there was a third party. So again, everybody knows what's going to go down, right? Everybody knows, everybody basically dropped on the north side of the map. So everybody's gonna try to rotate in. But the problem is, like, everybody knows everybody's gonna rotate in. So you basically 100% every team is gonna run into each other when rotating or arriving in circles. So basically you got a lot of choices, right? The first choice is like fight it fast and end it quick, right? If you get some kills and get after, or you just go straight in and try your luck, roll the dice. Maybe you get a good place, maybe some player isn't camped, so you get a good position, but not advisable. You're basically your last choice to do. Like, for example, GG may go for that play because they're out of the circle and they don't have a lot of information about the circle. Or you can just basically do what actually KS did. They basically they declare the territory, and everybody which is going to pass, they're just gonna go for the fight and try to end it as fast as they can. Because if you don't end it too fast, it's a small map and the circle's not so friendly. So if you get a long engagement, you can be basically 100% sure that you're gonna get third party.
Yep, and GG very smart from that. They didn't come from Tovar straight away from the northern side. They rotated a little bit towards the western side and then just went around Tovar, and instead, let's see whether me Faker and around GG. They're fighting here, GG against TRD. TRD right now, it looks like they're winning the fight so far, but no, they're getting knocked. One by one, they're getting knocked. GG still very much dead. Zero is going to start to provide support. Azat will be sprayed upon, will be able to take him down and knock him on his knees. So they are still in a 2v2 situation here between GG and TRD. TRD is pushing in as well. GG has 2 more players still up, not unlocked just yet. AZ has been knocked behind the trees. Kevin's coming in for the flank as well. The tip is there. He knows where tip is, hiding behind the trees. He's going to go in for the reload, and as soon as he reloads, he goes on the side. Tip with a nicely placed shot there, leaving Zero all alone in a 1v2 situation. He's going to try and go up, and GG can't really finish off the TRD players just yet. And Zero, it looks like, he's bailing out of there. Just for the meantime, maybe. No, he's waiting for Marley to come to him. So hopefully he can buy some time. AZ has been dropped and is bleeding right now, so they can't really save him. But he is Coming in from the side is actually Menshar, going to provide support. Will be able to take or do a lot of damage against the TRD squad. And TRD, unfortunately, losing players left and right.
Like, they basically, the best situation they can get is right now picking that last man up and trying to recover from that fight. Basically, they lost that round to GG. But also, GG had some problems right there because you see they weren't patient enough after getting 2 kills. They were like, all right, who's the next person? And didn't basically, like, you're not in a hurry to like basically kill every knock you get, or you don't need to be so rushed to do something. So after getting some kills, just fall back. Don't get gritty, especially on PUBG. Never get gritty. If you get gritty, bad things is just gonna happen.
And right now they are outside the circle. The circle is moving in as well, so they have to make haste here. TRD will left with 2 players after two getting knocked by GG squad. So what are they going to do here? It looks like they are still regrouping, waiting for GG to come in, and GG has to come in. This is the thing. GG has to come in towards the circle. So they're going to pass through. They're going to just pass through here and
maybe
try to go around.
Maybe
oh no, these guys are going to flank.
They're
going to flank. Yeah, they're going to flank Zero here. Zero is inside the house. He's maybe done and dusted here as Tahir comes in from behind. Knows where a couple of them is. He's going to pick in first, waiting for them to expose themselves. And Zero is going to pop the what's it called again? The pills. Pop the pills, I think, which is a bad thing to do. But he's gonna pop the pills, and he's gonna be found there. Will be knocked on his knees, and Marley left all alone in a 1v4 situation. The best bet for him is to try to run away, but they spot him out. The nade comes flying out as well. But not connect. But Marley comes in from the side. Will be able to knock down Tahir, but he's all alone. 1v4 or leaving it to a 1v3 situation. He's gonna try and run away, try to rotate around this, but the blue's coming in as well, so he has to be careful here. Very, very close to the blue. The blue is eating him up a little bit, but he's ducking here. Bringing in for the prone. They're coming in from the side. They see him. They will be able to spray him. No, he gets both of them. No, just one. Maybe both. He did get both of them. What the heck is happening now? Marley, all alone here.
He's going for the kills.
Will be able to get 1 and 2 kills. That's unbelievable from Marley here. Somehow survives all alone, gets 2 kills. And Tahir's on this side, got knocked as well. He sees a little bit of Tahir here, but Deep is inside the blue, has to come back out, and Marley's going to try and rotate around this. He doesn't see the player getting knocked here. Does spot them out, but the best bet is to try and run away from here. As Zero again in the house, has been knocked.
But Zero can provide information right now for Darley. If Darley has a grenade, he's gonna go for a plate.
He's gonna go for it. Yep, he's gonna try and go for it. He sees Steep's head a little bit, Tahir.
Because like Zero is providing information. He sees he's going to like try to pick him up, and Zero goes down. Both teams just give up their last member, so this is gonna be a one-on-one.
So it's Marley between Teep here. After destroying 3 players from GG, he's going to try and go in. Teep playing it from behind. Zero has been eliminated here. So it leaves him, as we said, in a 1v1 situation. But very good for Zero getting Marley a lot of information. Now Marley still in a 1v1 situation. Teep is just hiding behind him. Marley doesn't want to overstep his welcome. And so he's playing it a little bit more discreet. Playing it a little bit more passive, just waiting behind the wall, popping the spin killers, waiting for Teep to expose himself.
He's gonna go for a plate. And grenade maybe just coming. Oh, is it smoke?
It's smoke, yeah, it's smoke to just buy some time. It's just a flash. Which we don't really see a lot from these teams, but maybe the flash will have him in the long run. But Marley very much has the vision on him, waiting for him to expose himself. Teep sees the head of it. Marley comes in for the side. This is very, very slow.
They don't have a lot of time. 9 seconds left until the circle pops in.
Yeah, but I think just getting kills here at this point.
And a great shot!
Crap! Marley just destroys the rest of them. GG gets eliminated here by Marley just 1v4 everybody there.
And getting the revenge for his teammate, basically. So great play from Marley, and better luck next time, GG.
Yeah, really, really good game from them, for Marley actually, to get those kills. But whatever it is, he lost 3 teammates, but he's still very much alive. So back to
SWAT
IQ,
69.
Yeah, SWAT 69 and Iraq squad. They look like they're fighting it off with one another. 69 in one compound. Iraq squad a little bit towards the left side of this terrain here, a little bit to the left side of the hill, playing the same way they played before this. Whenever they don't have the center circle, they kind of play it towards the edge and just play it towards the beaches and just waits by the side.
Yeah, so basically maybe like after that last round, they're like, alright, we're gonna stick to the shores, so just to be in case. Like there's like there are some advantage if you are playing by the side of the hills or anything like basically near the circle. The first thing, the best thing is you're not gonna get fired behind, right?
Yeah.
But the bad thing is it's gonna be hard when the circle isn't ending up on the side, so we're gonna have a hard time trying to get out of there. So it's basically a 50-50, normally 50-50 chance when you choose to play or stay in that position. So we got the nest circle coming in. So far so good. Basically this is the best ideal situation for actually Iraqi squad.
Yeah.
They got the chance and the time to think about it, right?
Yep.
And they can wait for more information to come in. They can wait for a lot of things, then decide to what to do. But also we should like just keep in mind that Iraqi squad has have 2 vehicles just in case in that situation, so they're not in a big problem, so they're just basically saving the strengths for the end part of the game. So nothing is basically gonna like happen here, because maybe SWAT 69 wants to land some shots on them, but Iraqi squad is just not gonna give them any chance to go.
Yep, Iraqi squad still hiding by the beach, as you said. Has vehicles to try and fight off, but N63 or 963 is still inside the compound. 7K just passed them, but following MEA now, shooting on towards the trees. There's nobody home. Not too sure what he's shooting at, but just making sure that nobody's there. Again, establishing control. They have a compound. They want to establish control, want to establish some power there so that nobody will try to cross them. As a spot by N63. 963 again, it's just spraying down 7K. Okay, 7K is just playing the circle sweep, just rotating around, looking for a place to stay, a place to find a call home.
Right.
Yeah, so they're using that vehicle to their own advantage very, very fastly. They're just going to try and rotate around, look at the situation, gather some information before they make their charge.
Right. So far so good. We're not getting a lot of like nobody's actually near each other except Team V8, 7K, and Iraqi Squad and SWAT 69. Other than that, the Assassins have established their line of defense and territory on the northern side of Vikendi. So basically, it's gonna be a little bit quiet until the next circle comes in, which is gonna be on 21 minutes.
Yep, it should be very soon, as you said. MEA all around, 963 as well has a compound of their own. So everybody's just looking for a place to kind of play a little bit more passive, just hide inside to not really overstep in their welcome. Again, they don't have to do what 7K Elite did, just drive around. They can just find a compound and just stay inside there. As you can see here, 7K has one compound of their own. Finally, they found one. Iraqi squad is just on towards chilling towards the southern side of the map, towards the north of our vision. And V8 has a couple of houses they're playing in as well. So MEA has lost the executor, and along with Faker as well. Kurd Squad just firing on all cylinders here. MEA losing players left and right. Me Guns left all alone, and Me Assassins should be falling very soon, as MK14 coming in from the side. It does destroy KS Baby here, so it means that Buyo will have to join with Heishi to try and fight this off, because there's 2 players still alive from the Me squad. And Faker does get finished off, so it looks like Heishi will try to push in. KS still 3 men strong here, should be able to take down MK14 as well, so they're gonna try and look for him here.
So the best thing you can do is like
third party, the VA coming in from the sides. One of the players from KS has been dropped again, so not the ideal situation here.
Yep.
And N6 goes in from behind. VA players are just getting nailed to the coffin, and 963 getting 2 of those, at least those knocks. And KS Baby very low here. Doesn't seem like he wants to use his first aid just yet, because he doesn't want to expose himself. And KS coming in for the right. There's a team right in front of them. They have to be careful here coming into the compound. They are safe now inside the circle, so they're going to try and call this place home. But HQ is very close towards them.
Yeah, like basically Iraqi squad's on the move, 693 is on the move, 7K
they see them. No,
on the
Loka
move.
has been exposed there by Heishi. He sees them going for the spray. Molly comes flying out towards the Heishi side, but he should be good to go here. They're still trying to fight it out. HQ does not want to fight this, does not really want to commit, but KS is there, and KS is ready and willing and able to fight this off.
Yep. And KS right now, Baby being knocked down and getting arrived. Here we have the Iraqi squad against 7K, and the Marco knocks down
Marco gets
Nazi.
knocked. One by one, they're getting knocked out. Osama is on the other side of the house. Outplay is still on the second floor. Right might be in a lot of trouble here. He has been exposed. Osama still very high in terms of HP. Still very much healthy here. So he should be able to get this fight against Roy. But Roy is coming in from the side. So Outplay is on the second floor. So this looks like Wrecking Squad should be able to win this. But again, anything can happen here in PUBG Mobile.
Yep. Here we have Outplay trying to revive him, and no, he's gonna cut their last one. It's not gonna make it because Blue's just closing in.
Right from the second knockdown.
Player,
One more player. Outplay gets knocked on his feet. Osama's all alone. This is not looking too good. 7K 1v1 situation between Osama and King here. King spots him out. Osama's gonna try and run away. Gets himself into the circle here, but the thing is, King is very, very low. He will try to heal it back out just first, and then he's going to try and take this fight again. And right above him is another player. Let's be careful here. Coming in from the side is actually Osama, and Osama will get the kill up on him. Nicely done. Iraqi squad will be able to win that fight, but they lost everybody there except for Osama.
Yeah, someone got they got 5 kills, but oh no, third party. Who is it?
On the side. Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? It's actually, I think...
SWAT 69.
Yep, 69 coming in from the sides. So Iraqi squad in a lot of trouble here. They might have to just give it up at this point because there's no way for him to escape from this.
Iraqi squad just almost got swiped out in 10th place. You don't want to be swiped out in 10th place. That's only 2 points of placement points, even though you got 5. That's basically just gonna knock out of the leaderboard.
Yep, that's totally true. But so far they're still pretty much okay there. But as you said, they're looking for consistency to go for placing. But UN is fighting with ME Assassin him, and Me Assassins are right now playing it very, very passive inside this house, waiting for Guns to kind of pick up Executor. But what can they really do in this situation? They're stuck inside the house. You can't really pick him up. Guns is left all alone. Uncharted here pushing in, and Uncharted will be able to pick up their friends as well. So they are 3 men strong. Only one getting knocked here. Me Assassins left with Guns all alone. They know where he's at inside the house. They're going to try on Molly as well to try and burn him out. But they should be getting this kill either way. Mojo or Majo will be picked up as well.
But he was like getting third-party shots on him, so basically it's pretty dangerous right now for every position you got.
Oh, Nox fighting against HQ here, and HQ coming in from the side. Bandar is there, so provide a little bit of a flank. Nox plays both of them getting knocked on their knees already, and HQ looking very strong here. HQ should be able to get this fight. They should be able to, but right now they're looking for the last play from Nox. And they cannot find him just yet. Armax is sitting on the sides, but HQ Jamas looking at him as well. Max is all alone, who's the only player standing. Galiko has been knocked on his knees as well.
Not the best idea right now for HQ, like if you want to
HQ
look
is
at
getting third party as well by KS. KS coming in from the sides as well. We'll be able to take down the kill on Moloka. But they're fighting it off. There's Osama getting dropped as well. So that means Iraq squad will be dropping at 9th place.
Yes, not too good. And also you can look at the real deal. They only have 1 player left, and so early on in the game.
Yeah. It's still early days here. Anything can happen because he can kind of sneak in. But the thing is, at this map, you can't really get very much exposed, especially on the snow.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of ways for you to kind of sneak in, or we call it snake in, into the circle. So that might be a problem for the real deal. But there's still pretty much 1 player alive, so they could do something with this.
Yeah. Right now, HQ seeing the kick passing by and getting that spray down.
On a Vivo there to the KS squad, but in from the side, Moha tries to provide support, but Moha gets eliminated as well. He's down on his knees. 2 of the players down with Z3H. That's a very weird name to say. Z3H, or we just call him Zeh to make it easier for us. Zeh there with a double kill or a double knock, but they want to commit to this fight inside here when HQ is all alone. Jamas hiding inside the house, getting sprayed upon, but he has support provided onto him. I'm getting tongue twisted because there's so many fights happening at the same time. This is just a cluster of everybody just fighting it out. So HQ still inside the compound. 69 towards the side. They can't really push back in, so this is really, really hard for 69. They don't have the opportunity to just come back into the circle because they're getting blocked, getting gatekept by HQ here. 69 gonna push in, Nox inside I think inside the 3 lines a little bit. He's just hiding there. He just doesn't want to expose himself. He's just gonna hide it off.
And Uncharted and SMP was basically sitting in the circle all the time and getting no actually engagements with any opponent. So this is gonna be their first engagement come coming in from Uncharted. And basically so far like two teams are in the circle and they're like just basically chilling until one of the teams make a play. And they see a little bit sneak peek of Jamie right there.
Yep.
And not able to make any damage so far.
You have to be careful though, because the rest of the SMP is actually on the second floor. They're going to push out. Michael is there, but he gets double teamed up. Michael gets dropped. There's another double team coming in as Messi wants to provide support as well. Wants to try to take those kills. Going to push back downstairs. They get the kill up on UN, and UN will be dropped here. Nicely done for SMP, just nailing them to the wall. Just came back down, destroyed the rest of them, leaving 5 teams left on the board.
Great execution actually from SMP right there. As soon as they got the first knockdown and they saw the second man coming up and getting great damage on them, they just went for the execution right there. Great execution from SMP, and SMP is so far looking so far so good because they got a good, basically the only house in the map right in the circle, which is great cover, and somebody's gonna get damage, and James misses the shots and exposes their location. So yeah, he's gonna try picking up the teammate.
Yeah, that will be picked up, I think, but Blush does get taken apart here. So I think 69 wants to try and commit. They're out in the open, so they're going to try and find themselves a better position here. But Moha gets shot from the side by another player from HQ, getting third party here. Nika flying out, and Zeno will get that kill. KS from a mile away knows where the rest of 69 is. Going to go for the spread out. Won't be able to take them down. So Zeno with the plays. Nicely done, leaving 3 teams all alone. SMP, HQ, and Nox fighting it out.
And Nox, basically you have one more player, so he's gonna like lay low. And I believe HQ has the information that someone is up there. So smokes are out, so HQ not in the best position and basically no cover at all. So they're just going to go for it and try to get some cover and try to spread their team so they can basically fire from all directions, not getting flanked or getting some support from their teammate.
Oh, but Zed gets eliminated or gets knocked inside the smoke itself. There are 2 players from HQ getting knocked here. Jamas is still there inside the smoke as well. He's just droning by the side. But HQ has 2 more players here. Zed gets knocked as well, or gets finished off. Bandar gets knocked, now leaving Jamas all alone. Max is right behind him. This is really hard for him to do. But SMP has the vantage point. They have the opportunity here, but Nox coming in from behind. Oh, but Nox is eliminated here.
Nox makes sure his team ends up on second place. Great play actually from Nox. That was like perfect. That's the best situation you can do. Not the best situation, like, right?
Yeah, but at least that's the best that he can do in that opportunity, right?
Yeah. That was a pretty good smart choice to make, right? Like if you get that, you get a kill, right? And you basically secure your team in the second place, which means you get in total 5 more points in total. So great play actually from the second team, which is Nox. But also congrats to SMP winning their first chicken dinner, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so myself. I think SMP's first win of the fall split. I think after 3 days, SMP just finding themselves some winning ways. But that was really great, especially from Zeno. That he was on top. He KS 1 kill, and then he just went for the nade, getting just destroying them. Just spray down into the smokes as well. Just doing a lot of damage with Zeno. They're clearing one team on the sides. Made it easy for them to just concentrate on HQ, which was coming in from his right side. And then with that, it's just very easy from there on, right? It's just, I mean, that is the double kill here from Zeno. Just nicely done. Oh my god, that's just so painful to watch.
So he was like the last kill, 1 grenade, stealing that kill actually from, I believe was HQ James, Jamal, sorry. But also like eliminating basically, what was it? Plus 69, I believe, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So after that, basically, so SMP weren't looking so good on the first day of the game. They basically only got 28 points in total. So that's actually their first big win on this season. And it's only the 30 is early on days. We cannot like say, all right, that they're gonna win or something like that. But great play again from SMP, and A little bit disappointed from Iraqi squad.
Yeah, of course, Iraqi
squad.
squad, I think, again, getting eliminated very early on, so not nice for them. But SMP with the first rank or the first place with the winner chicken in the 20 placement points and 10 kill points, followed up by HQ with 10 kill points as well, but only 10 placement points, making them 20 there. As you can see, Nox at third with only 2 kill points but 14 placement points. Nox, as you said, very nicely done from the last person there, taking down the player from, I think it was HQ, and then just making sure that HQ got number 3 instead, and then they went in for the kill, and then they went in for the placement points.
Yeah, like perfect playing. Here we see V8, 7 elite, getting 4 kills and 1 placement points. Basically, 7K actually got eliminated pretty early on in the game, so they're gonna try to play better maybe later on. And here we have the total
total scores of it, 115 for the real deal. Now they are back on top. Now they are number 1. Iraqi squads, Iraq squad are following at the second place with 111. 963 at 77 though. They got themselves maybe 5 kills from the last round, but their placement has been a little bit off, so you can see the kill points discrepancy. 50 for Iraq squad, 28 for 963, 49 for the real deal. So the real deal and Iraq squad is just firing on all cylinders here. But if the real deal got themselves a good placement point just now, they could have gotten way better points and could have just exceeded what Iraq squad could offer here.
Yeah, totally agree on that. And basically, there's not much to like discuss after this, because SMP got the kill. Because what SMP basically did the best from that last round was making sure they were in the circle, right? We have to there's a difference between Middle Eastern teams and other region teams. Like, so basically, other region teams like to get into the circle pretty early on, but it's totally different from Middle East. They like to step into the circle on the last second. So basically, it's not wrong, because it's the playstyle. You make sure you don't get fired behind or stabbed behind back. Get stabbed behind. So it is not wrong. It's just the playstyle we see over the regions. Like, so for example, if SMP got stabbed, they could have been got stabbed easily if they didn't like care, because we see Uncharted actually rushing in to the compound, right? But they just secured, like, it was a great execution from both teams, like, but all the after SMP gets the upper hand, they just like, all right, we got the upper hand, we like the odds, and they were basically on the same page, so everybody executed in the same page, firing from all sorts. So there was basically no chance for, after like losing 2 minutes or getting 2 knocks down for Uncharted.
Yeah, whatever it is, SMP, congrats to them. They will be picking up the second game, winner chicken dinner. We will be going for a short break. When we return, PMCO will continue. Is that, and they are converging onto him. RB will be dropped here. Nicely played for the knock play, but he's all alone and he will be sprayed down, and that will be all she wrote for that fight. Yes, not as well. Living Law all alone. Now he's still fighting against Team 69, but somehow it's another team that rejoins them. It's actually MO rather.
Kurd, they're gonna get sandwiched also by 46, and Kurd making some plays for the 146 team members down. They're dueling back with 2 more, so Kurd 1 more is running. Feels the grenade coming in, getting covered, but
so many grenades though. Now no Moduni will try to throw 1 more in.
Great grenade.
It should be
and a knockdown.
Nicely done. He actually went through the window, went to the side. 46 fighting it out now, and somehow 46 comes out on top and will be able to survive for the meantime. Very nicely done from them. As we said, they have the better positioning here. They have the high ground. They're sitting in the height or the Harry Potter tower.
ABS second team coming in.
There's another team want to converge onto that side as well. ABS getting sprayed down. Satan just shooting them down, but somehow he has to hide for the meantime. No one to provide support, but he gets sprayed down as well. It's just wiping the floor with them, and somehow 46 survives. Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Fall Split 2019 Middle Eastern Group Stages with me, Win, and of course AJ will be your casters for the day. Thanks to our title sponsor Vivo as well. And if you want seamless and uninterrupted gaming with the Vivo V70 Pro, it's the one for you. So it was fun watching the first couple of games, but do remember, if you do like those games, remember to click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notifications as well to get the notifications when the games go live, because there's 6 regions being played here, AJ.
And also, if you love to play the game, basically go on Google Play Store or App Store, type in the word PUBG Mobile, click the download button, and click start after downloading the game, and you're basically in the game. Also, it has different modes, so you don't have to always play 30 minutes, like you always have spare 30 minutes. You got, like, normally you get those 5-minute quick breaks. So also there's modes for that, so don't worry.
Yeah, check it out. Remember to check those things out, because again, it's very easy to get into the game. To do that on your Google Play and App Store. Right?
Yep.
I hope I got it right.
Yeah,
Thanks again for watching. SMP just won the second map of the day with a fairly good positioning. They kind of got a compound to their own. They kind of got a vantage point. They kind of looked over a lot of the other teams. Gino with some amazing play in a 1v. We can say 1v3, right? We can say 1v3, although one guy was not. It was 1v2 was not. At least it was a 1v3 where he kind of KS both of the skills. So with that, SMP will win Vikendi. So that was really nice, but talk us through it, AJ.
Yeah, basically, so last round was basically the second map of today. We're gonna see a lot more coming up, because what we basically, I believe a lot of teams were actually hoping for was Iraqi squad getting more kills, right? But they started playing a little bit passive, right? But maybe it's just not gonna work on Middle East, because if you want to play passive, right, you need other teams also in the mindset, right?
Yeah.
You can, normally, if there's normally 16 teams in the game, right? If you have 9 teams or 8, 10 teams having that passive mindset, it's gonna work. But in Middle Eastern, normally we got 13 teams or 12 teams playing that aggressive play normally. So when playing passive, basically you're gonna see teams trying to get through or trying to get into that fight or your territory, basically, and you need to fight them off. And when you got fight them off, basically you can get easily third party. So in this situation, if Iraqi squad wants to recover from their losses, they need to basically change the way back to their playstyle they got. On the first day, they got those fancy ways to play it, and we're not seeing those, right? We need those things back, they need those things back. So it's pretty, let's hope Iraqi squad found themselves onto the next scene, because I believe, if I'm mistaken, they got also a winner chicken dinner on this map also. Let's see how it rolls.
Yep, so hopefully again, words of wisdom from AJ.
Alright.
So I think with that, we'll be going into the third game of the day. It will be on Miramar, starting off with Puerto Paraíso. The flame will fly over to El Pozo. So I think this is a fairly straightforward plane ride. They can just split apart and just go anywhere they want.
Yes.
So it's kind of split down the middle here.
And
So-
basically, we got also a friendly, basically, we've seen this actually same circle on the first day.
Yep, kind of same circle, a little bit towards the
Let's
top
just-
of Minas del Sur,
Yes.
but the rest of them are actually on ground and just a little bit in water. Most probably it won't end up in water anyway. So with this circle, I think it's fair for the rest of the teams.
Yeah.
DVX is the furthest here, near on top of Puerto Paraíso, near Impala. So they're the furthest, but the rest of them are actually inside the circle, except for N63 or 963.
Yeah, and also me, Assassins, as you said, basically everybody is separated, but we are having 2 teams.
Very early fight here. Iraq squad. Oh my lord, not the good start that they were looking for. Osama getting dropped, and he was the player that was the last player standing for the Iraq squad in the last game. But he gets eliminated very early on. So that was not the start that AJ was looking for, because he said that sometimes maybe you could play as passive, but it's hoping the other teams play as passive as well. But now the Middle Eastern squads are just playing a little bit more aggressive very early on. So the Red Squad just kind of have to rectify that or kind of adapt to the situation because they're not adapting right now. And because of it, they're losing in all spades.
Yes, we have two teams over here. We have RPK and KS also, but it's not the worst. Like they can be looted, but KS has the little bit upper hand on loads. But we can see actually Budget trying to get that higher ground, and he's just gonna try to get more information. But Hawkeye over here, we've seen a pretty interesting plays from actually Hawkeye on the first day.
Yeah, Hawkeye was kind of okay, I think.
Interesting.
But interesting, I think,
Yes.
but is the word that you said. But RBK, though,
Yeah,
what
RPK
can we
will-
really say about them?
like RPK was like they're doing okay. Like we see them every map.
Mhm.
We see them fighting. We see them winning. We see them getting those kills. We see great plays actually from RPK, and actually the way style they have is quite okay. But I would say like the problem was like not problem. Like first of all, like RPK always like tries like always end up fighting on early on a game. Right?
Yeah.
They always go for early
Yeah, I see the
get
story
back.
right now. And surprise gets surprised again now, Hishi. But Hishi will not be able to finish the job here, and the rest of RBK should be on their toes, knows that he's coming here. And Hishi gets shot a little bit, should be finished off here, but somehow he's still very much alive. Now he gets knocked by Skull. So RBK off to a better start here, although most of the teammates has been exposed. Here comes the spray down from Skull. He wants to go in for the second shot or the second knock here, but he gets exposed as well. Bujo up on the hill. I'm not too sure what he's doing there, but he will be able to get a couple of shots in as well. And Skull pretty much doesn't have a vantage point anymore because the smoke is kind of diminishing, but it's actually helping KS to kind of hide themselves behind it. They're hiding inside the building for the meantime. And Bujo is very far on top of the hill here.
Like Puja maybe is going to like two things he's gonna do. First, he maybe is going for some loot. Second, he's gonna scout out and make sure they're not gonna get third party because he just got exposed by surprise, and also
Oh, another shot here. This should be a knock, but somehow Kurtnex does not get it. Ernex. You're next. What the hell, Ernex? You're next. It's very easy. It's a very easy name there. You're next. But though he does not get the next shot.
like baby is like he's landing some quite of nice shots, but not getting those knockdowns. And as we were saying, like RPK, like we see them almost every time, and also KS also we see them pretty much every time on the early on stages, which you don't want. You just don't want to fight off early on because it's just not worth it. You're not gonna get loads. You're not like you're gonna waste time on engaging. You're gonna waste manpower on scouting. You're gonna waste equipment fighting with each other. So it's basically gonna like hurt you, and it's gonna slow down your pace in the starting of the game, and also increasing the risk of getting third party. So all that calculation coming in just is not the best thing or the ideal thing to do, but it's not also wrong if you like want to let's say you want to let other players know that this is your territory, because on this map, this is a map with basically no covers, right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to like basically if you fall back, if you don't have a vehicle and you have no idea or you don't know which part of the map is safe, if you rotate early on in games, you can easily get picked up by other teams because you need a vehicle to go around, right?
Yeah,
but there's no
definitely in this map.
Yeah, and there's basically no terrain or there's no there's nothing to get covered. So when you're rotating, you're gonna get peppered down easily by other teams. Like you're just passing by and they're like, all right, one shot, two shot, maybe I can land someone. After that, you're gonna see the second team, then the third team, and like after a while, you're just gonna lose some players.
And Hishida will be able to knock down Hawkeye. He was the one who had the vantage point here. Surprise is going to race his way towards Hawkeye to try and revive him. I think Skull is there. Your next is there as well. So it looks like the rest of them are trying to converge onto Hawkeye, but KS is going in for the fight. RBK might be in a lot of trouble here as KS comes pushing in. They're coming in from the sides. They're coming in from the front as well. RBK in a lot of trouble here. She's trying to check this house first or this building first, but they're not in here. They're in the second building, which is on towards their left side. Here comes the nade coming in from Ari on towards the third floor.
That
Might be able to connect to Surprise, but no, actually just blows up the door. Your next is there as well on the second floor, but he gets knocked down by Hishi. Nicely done. Hawkeye there will try to revive himself or to try to heal up himself. He does have bandage, but the nade from Baby there will be able to connect. RBK is left with 2 players. This is the time for KS Pound. They're going to try and push in, but Baby spraying him from above or below on towards the place above. Buyo is coming in to provide support as well. Skull. Oh, Skull. What can you really do? There's 2 players coming in and converging onto him. He will try to spray them down. Pushes up. Goes on towards the third floor, but he has a surprise here in the form of his friend. Will they want to fight this off? It looks like he's going to try and use the first aid kit to buy himself some time. They hear this. Surprise to throw down the molly. What a mistake by Surprise there. Trying to throw out the molly, and instead he gets taken down, leaving 1 player alone from RBK squad. They're trying to fight it off. They're trying to survive for the meantime. Skull is there again. Skull is the only one that's standing here. He's going on the other side. He knows where he's at. Goes for the spray down. And RBK gets eliminated first in 16th place.
Actually, KS wins this round with 4 kills and no man lost.
That's just nuts, right?
Right, that's like a great win, but still not worth it, right? Like basically, like they got 4 kills. Yes, placement points, no. 4 kills, yes, but you lost a pretty much, like you got a lot of time lost trying to fight RPK, and you may don't have enough time just basically to get loot and make it to the end. Like as see, we got me Assassains already having 4 vehicles time like they were fighting. So like me Assassins looking pretty much like they're looking good so far. So now with 4 vehicles, they got geared up. I see a lot of energy drinks and basically painkillers, also first aid kit, level 2 helmet. Nah, nothing. That's a teammate, please.
Why is he doing that? Okay, never mind.
Like that's my 5.56. That's my ammo. Don't take my ammo.
But he just sprayed the guy like with his own ammo as well. So like, don't take my ammo. I'm gonna use my ammo for you not to take my ammo. What the inception is that? So as you said about
maybe a little bit like nervous.
Yeah. All right. So back to the point as you said about the vehicles, right? So sometimes it's in this map on Miramar especially, it's more important for you to get the vehicles very early on, right? For you to be able to rotate, for you to be able to make yourself a bunker, to kind of stay behind, especially with the scars. After you can explode the cars, you can stay behind those cars and be on the safer side of things, especially that on this map, because there's not a lot of cover. There's no trees, there's no real grass here that you can just prone in. So there's really nothing for you to do other than hide behind those cars or behind the terrain, which is a hill. This is a very hill-based map, but it's kind of exposed from all angles.
Yeah, basically, if you like, so normally, like as we were saying, other regions like to get into circle early on, right? But on this map, it's actually like you got 2 choices. Either you stick to the circle sides, or either you just go into the the central area of the map and just basically hoping that circle gets a little bit friendly on you. But if you don't get this much luck, you're gonna have a hard time getting out of that situation.
Yeah, that's very much true. And TRD with the M24, this gun is really potent on this map as well. Does a lot of damage, and at the same time, he does have the, I think that's a 6x, right?
Yeah, that's a 6x.
Yeah, that's a 6x, which is very potent on this map as well. So both of these guns coupled up, the guns and the scope coupled up, is a very, very dangerous gun. But as it stands, he does not have a view onto a 69 just yet. So 69 should be safe for now, but Zero is hunting for them, knows where they're at. But this is what we were talking about. Now he's very much exposed from behind.
Yes.
Although we do know that nobody's behind him for the meantime, right? Yeah, but they do not know that. So this is ill advised for you to do at all times. It's better for you to just get those cars and just play it a little bit safer, or maybe rotate back into a place where you have a terrain where you don't have to look behind you.
Yes. So on the other side of the map, we have basically SMP and 963 moving in. These 2 teams actually landed in the same area, but they basically try to avoid each other, and they're making into the circle, both from the south of the side, but 963 is entering from the south side left of the Chamancers, and SMP is entering from the right side. So far so good. Like SMP winning the last round, so they're gonna still. Here we have the map coming up.
Yeah,
so
this is very smart from, or very lucky from SMP
Yes.
and 963 as well, because both of them were rotating into the circle. They wanted to go through to Majera and on top Minas Del Val. But the thing is, when they went in straight away, the circle came through,
Yes.
and it was right on top of them, so they will be safe here, and they have a lot of houses here that they can
Yes.
hide into. So this is very, very smart, or very, very lucky from them. Now they have a place to kind of call home for the meantime.
Yeah, and also the pretty good job trying to avoid each other on the early on the games, because both of them like SMP just won their first round, right? So they may be a little bit tight, but they found the play style they should have been playing, or they just found the way to play, or the way that suits in this team. So they're gonna keep that way, which is like basically laying low and trying not to fight other teams.
Martin now getting sprayed a little bit. Executors going in for the shot. ME Assassins on the hunt now, but somehow HQ will be able to just hide behind the terrain. Again, it's a very healy map where you can just hide behind
Yes.
it, but at the same time you're kind of exposed from behind
Yes.
as well.
So the important thing on this map is basically announcing your existence on areas. So you basically need to announce like, okay, we're a team over here, right? And this is our line of defense. Don't cross that. And we have a fight
69
here.
suddenly finds 7K Elite, but 69 would drop first blood for 7K Elite. Replies back 1-for-1 exchange so far. But he's still fighting it off. 69 Mohawk just naded upon nicely. That's a lot of damage from the grenade. But somehow Kola can take advantage of it, and he gets dropped straight away. And Moajo gets finished off as well from the type of GG as that fight's happening right now. 7K right now in a very good spot as King is right above. But look at that. Because of that nade, no, all of them drop very, very low. And they will be able to revive each other for the meantime. King has to take advantage of it. He's the only one that's left standing. He's going in from the side, but he doesn't know where they're at. He's thinking about whether to revive his teammate or go in for the fight. But the most best position thing for him to do it now is go in for the fight. Try and finish them off while they're healing up and while they're immobile. But he's going to try and revive his friend just now, just for the meantime. He knows the players coming in from the sides as well. Getting sandwich in, and King should be able to be finish off here, and 69 will win that fight after rolling in onto 7K.
Yep. 7K Elite getting eliminated early on games, securing the place at 14th place.
Yeah, but 69 has all the loot in the world to kind of check out from.
We've seen like 69 executing a lot, right?
Yeah.
We've seen their execution. Their execution is basically pretty good when they're basically like. Alright, sorry about that. So we've seen 69 getting like execution pretty well. Like they know when to strike and they know how to strike. So it's pretty good from SWAT 69, and let's see if they can keep that momentum and that execution going on.
Yeah, but the only problem is every single time that they fight though, they kind of give too much away, and then they
Yes.
kind of just lose players one by one. Although luckily then they didn't
Yes.
lose a lot. But only equipment, I think a little bit of items that they had to use.
Yes.
But either that, sometimes we only see them fighting very early on and then losing out.
Yeah, so it's like every time you get into an engagement, like you take chances, right? Every time you go for an engagement, there are chances that you may get like normally even the odds are already on your side. You normally get like have the like chance that losing one player at least. So if you like.
We actually takes down one player here. They're going in for the spray down 69 along with everybody else here. Just, all the team is just spraying the car down. The car nearly explodes, but they survive for the meantime. The car actually explodes. I think no, they just died.
So this is like what I was talking about, right? Like this is like if you don't have a lot of cars and like if you rotate a lot on this map, right? Everybody's just trying to, like, there's no cover, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's just trying to land 1 or 2 shots on you, and everybody means like maybe one squad we may not get the kill on you, but like if there's like 2 squads or 3 squads trying to make that land on you, you're gonna get shut down easily. So getting in, like being on the side of circle helps you a lot, and if you roll the dice and try to get in, you might just get eliminated very early on the game, just like GG did.
That's the thing with the cars, right? Although they get you where you need to be, but the problem is every time you do that, you drive around this place, you're kind of exposed to the spray down, and which is very important on this map as well, because you can just spray them down without ever having problems with your vision, because they're quite out in the open. There's nothing to block them off, and the cars are just like beacons of bullets, right? Magnets for bullets right there, and that's exactly what's happened just now. So 69 right now does meet up with DVX. They're quite close towards each other. It looks like they want to engage, but we can see from the minimap there's a couple of teams that's close by as well, so they have to be careful here.
So far, so now, actually the circle is pretty friendly, because you got hills, you got some houses, you got a lot of cover, you got big kills, and basically everybody could secure a place and claim an area without worrying too much about getting shot from behind or stabbed from behind. So, oh, Moha almost getting he got hit by his teammate, but he was like thrown out, so he got a big damage from his teammate.
Luckily though, he can heal up and should be good to go after this. But look at 69, we were talking about them earlier, right? Sometimes we see a lot of 69 going for the action, going for the fights, but we don't see them at the end. That's the only problem, is that they go for the fights. They're really consistent with their fights. They win a lot of them. I think I would say about 60-70%, because we always see their names up with on the left side of the screen and on the left side of the bar. So we know that they get those kills. But the problem is we don't see them at the end circle, and that's really important. So now again, when they are in the car, is a beacon for you to get shot. 8RT and not getting shot a little bit. He will try to stop here, but
a grenade coming in. That's close. Someone's gonna get. And yes.
There's a lot of damage against the RT. Moha is there to provide support as well. HQ is here to fight with 69. Suddenly 69 is like, okay, there's a team here. We have to fight them off. HQ is in from behind. Bandar is there, all alone, trying to fight his way through them. But it's 69 who somehow survives and somehow holds this positioning so far. Bandar in from behind. He's hiding here. They see him, and they're going to flank him around, and Bandar will be dropped on his knees. Will be able to take that kill as well. 69 rolling onto this team. 7 kills for 69 right now.
And pretty so far so good for 69. But as we were saying, and also we have a fight over here with TRD with 963 also.
But Marley does get dropped very, very fast. The rest of TRD are just falling back here, trying to escape this fight altogether. 963 has eliminated a couple of players here, but as you can see, the circle is quite friendly, because there's a couple of buildings inside it. But SMP here might be in a lot of trouble. DVS gunning for him, has a scar in hand, but doesn't want to take the shot because he will expose his positioning as well. Does not know what's inside. Now he's going to go for the KS. Will be able to take down Jemmy. Maybe could be Shubi, and Majid is not the one to take that kill, but it's his teammate who gets the knock instead.
And we see in 619.
There it is. As soon as they shoot, they get stabbed in the back as well. Again, this map is really, really open. Once you take the shot, somebody will try to backstab you or to try to third party you. So you have to be careful behind you as well.
There is always a bigger fish in PUBG. There's always the bigger fish in PUBG. Never, never, ever like let your guards down, because in other games, it's like basically every kill you get, right? If you win a team, like you can like relax for about like 4 or 5 seconds, and you can get back on that. But in PUBG, you are always ready. You must be always ready. Like as soon as you let your guard down, you're gonna get backstabbed.
Yep, you always have to be on your toes to make sure that you don't get stabbed in the back. Always don't get third party as well, because this map is one of the maps where I think it drives whatever you said there, because everything is in this map is just getting third party, getting stabbed in the back, getting I think rounded up from across the room. As you can see, Majid gets dropped there from IQSQ or Iraq Squad. Outplay getting that kill. Ari with the nade onto Moha will drop him as well. They're just fighting all along the southern side of the circle, and as they try to push in. But we do see Iraq Squad right now looking very good as long as they survive this. But DPS coming in from the side is Mahmoud is very, very low right now. Look at Marco just spraying him down. We'll be able to get one, but Marco gets shot upon as well. Outplays that doesn't know what to do, but he will get that kill. But he's all alone. 1v2 situation. The Mim is actually across the road here. He outplays, should be able to survive in the meantime, but they know where he's at. Marco is in a lot of trouble, and Marco will be finished off by 69's Ray, and that means he will be third party as well. But now Outplay doesn't know what to do. He's getting shot from all angles, so he's going to try and hide himself inside this house. For the meantime, again, there's a lot of houses in this circle, but the circle's pushing in, and he's outside of the white.
Oh no! Look at the circle one. That's not the best circle you can get.
Yeah, especially for Kurd Squad, right?
Right. Like there's no place to hide, and there is basically a high ground. Basically, if you want to go the 963 is in the best position right now. If you want to go 963, next circle is going to have the most information. It's going to have all the view that they can get. They can be the king of third partying right now, and the only threat they're gonna face off is basically SMP, which is quite next to them, but they're not in the best position because they're on the side of circle. Not a lot of spaces to maneuver over. So basically, if 963 don't want to take their chances, they basically are going to fight off SMP first, then they're just gonna try to pick some kills down below, because everybody's down below, right?
Yep.
It's not allowed to unite together with teams and try to fight on the hill. So basically there's gonna be a massacre downstairs, and after that there will be one team to make it out of to have a chance to go upstairs. After one team,
Jamas gets naded by Manshar there. This is it. Manshar wants to go in for the kill and sees Jamas' leg, but again the rest of HQ is there as well, so he has to be careful here. Lucas on the other side, he wants to push in. Manshar pushes in, should be able to see him, and will be able to get this kill, at least finish off the kill. And Manshar with a very good nade starts it off, and another player coming in from the HQ squad, but he gets eliminated as well. He gets dropped on his knees, and Manshar should be able to get another kill here. In for Karen, it's actually Loka, and HQ gets eliminated at 5th place.
And that's basically what I was saying, right? So basically you got no place to run right now, right? So KS and GG are in a bad position. SMP still, they're using their utilities, smoking and trying to make their way, and 963 is exactly doing what I was saying. They're just gonna fight off SMP because that's the only threat, direct threat they can get. And you see SMP just trying to figure if there is another route to get over, but if they don't, SMP has basically no way out of there.
Oh, but the circle is really good though. The only team that's inside is actually GG and N6 team. They have to N63 have to kind of push in, but the problem is GG is firing on all cylinders as well. N60 Anas has been taken down along with SMP's Jenny, so it's a 1v1 situation or 1v1 exchange coming in for them. But Bauka has been dropped as well to the 963 team is in a lot of trouble here. They get naded upon as well. There's a couple of players still on top of the hill, so they can kind of just heal up and try to retrace their steps, or maybe find some other route that they can take. But because of the circle, they have to push in as the message gets dropped as well. The players from underneath are actually shooting them. This is the problem staying up here, because you're kind of exposed as soon as you come down from the hill, and that's exactly what's happening to 963 and of course SMP as well.
Yep. So right now SMP is trying to clear the way they want to go down, because the last circle, it was looking great for SMP and 693 like a few minutes ago, but the next circle is basically down the hill, so that means SMP is going to come down. But the problem is, as soon as you come down, everybody sees you and is going to try to do it. And basically SMP and both SMP and 693 just got taken out. So only two teams which are alive are GG Master and KS.
But finally we see KS. So KS is there inside, but Manshar will get the kill first upon Ari.
Grenade coming in, that's going to be dangerous.
Oh, double grenade, nicely done. Now GG will have to try to hold on. Manshar is all that's left, he's all alone. They know where he's at, they're hunting for him. They see him from the sides, and there it is. Kurd Squad finally gets himself a winner chicken dinner.
Wow, Kurd Squad, oh my god, look at these kills.
Holy smokes.
Look at those kills.
That's 12, 16, 20 kills for Kurd Squad. What the heck was happening there? But somehow, again, we were saying that Kurd Squad, they're really good with taking down kills, but they just can't finish top 5. That's the only problem for them. But now, finally, they get themselves a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah. Like, getting those kills down. And actually, that round was pretty, like, it changed sideways very quickly. Right? Like normally I shouldn't like speak like that anymore, because like as soon as I said, oh, this is looking good, this is looking good for 693 and SMP, and as soon as I said that, the circle just moved down. So like,
that was so unlucky. I want to say so unlucky for them, but the thing is they didn't have a rock going in, and then 693, I think 963, I think was a little bit too jumpy there. They were a little bit overzealous. They kind of went in thinking that they would not be shot by SMP. But as soon as they went down, SMP shot behind them. KS was shooting in front of them, so they got eliminated very, very fast, or got slaughtered as soon as they drove back into it to try and drive it into the circle. So we see that I think 963 was a little bit overzealous there, a little bit too fast. They could have just bought a little bit more time, right? Yeah, they could have just went in a little bit slower, could have just walked in, as you said, maybe fight with SMP first. But they went in, got sandwiched, then they died. And they were in the prime position to get that winner chicken dinner as well.
Like they were the team to lose right there. And I believe they got the information, right? There were smokes coming in. So like I can't hardly believe they didn't see SMP right there. So they knew, like, I don't know what happened there, or like maybe there are some information that we missed, so we didn't know. But like from that position, they got some cover, not a lot if they were going to fight for SMP, but still they had time. They could have just waited like maybe 30 seconds as is all it take, because the circle is a little bit downstairs. So if they got the kill first on SMP, then direct to the location, that was a good play, but a little bit too rushy.
Kurd Squad will be leaving with 40 points at first place. Good Game follows second with 22 points. SMP with third with 16 points, and Squad 69 getting 14 points at fourth. So those are the teams that have or were at the top, or were the last few teams. So again, I think it was a huge mistake coming in from 963. I think they shouldn't have went too fast. They got sandwiched by 3 teams and shouldn't have done that. They gave the opportunity to SMP to kind of cross back in, because there was no way for SMP to pass. They had to go downhill. If you go downhill straight, you could actually die, because they were on the side of the hill. If you go straight, they were 963 who was looking at them. So they should have just waited for SMP first, but they went in.
They had some utilities, right?
But whatever it is, the real deal right now, still at number 1 with 2 winning chicken dinners, 121 points. A little bit like last in the last game. I think they still got maybe 8 kills. Iraq Squad gets still second place with 116. 963 with 89, but Kurd Squad is there at the 4th place with 87 points with their own winner chicken dinner.
And that's no joke, right?
No joke at all.
Like getting 20 kills is pretty hard. And we may see them actually showing up on the killer leaderboard. So so far so good. Like we're seeing like other teams which didn't play so well on the first days, like first 3 days, showing up and catching up pretty fast. So Middle East is a very interesting team, a very interesting region to watch. And yes, Anchor does show up.
Marley with 23 kills from the TRD, the real deal team. Iraq Squad's outplay still with 70 kills. We see outplay a lot in this game, but unfortunately Iraq Squad again finding it very hard to reach to the final circle, always fumbling themselves. Someone was the only one that was left there. I don't know, I'm not too sure why, but somehow every single time they get slaughtered when they try to fight very early on, and then they're left with 1 player. That 1 player isn't as I think mechanically good to get himself into the circle. I think the sneak is still a tactic, but not everybody knows how to do it.
And it's harder to do it on that map, right? Especially on that position. Like if you were downstairs, like if you were down in the hill, maybe you could sneak your way in the buildings or someplace. But like if you were up high up and you wanted to sneak your way, you're basically a target. Like they can't see me. No, they can't see me.
But
like everybody's seeing you.
It's all sand, right? Everybody
Yes.
can see each other, so not really an escape plan. And Iraq squad unfortunately will fall again. We're looking for them to kind of perform as good as we think they should after the first day, but
Again, like
just
congrats, congrats to the winner chicken team, and let's see, like if they can like keep it up, right?
Yep, hopefully maybe Kurd Squad can just get to winning ways, and Red Squad can finally maybe play a better game, because again they're sitting at second, so it's still very much doable for
chances.
them. Yeah, they got chances. So hopefully we'll see them after this. So we will be going to a short break. PMCO will continue after this break. Is that, and they are converging onto him. RB will be dropped here. Nicely played for the Nox player, but he's all alone and he will be sprayed down, and that will be all she wrote for that fight. Yes, not as well. Leaving Law all alone. Law is still fighting against Team 69, but somehow it's another team that rejoins them. It's actually MO rather.
Kurd, they're gonna get sandwiched also by 46, and Kurd making some planes for the 146 team members down. They're dueling back with 2 more, so Kurd 1 more is going. Feels the grenade coming in, getting covered, but
so many grenades though. Now no Moduni will try to throw one more in.
Great grenade.
It should be
and a knockdown.
Nicely done. He actually went through the window, went to the side. 46 fighting it out now, and somehow 46 comes out on top and will be able to survive for the meantime. Very nicely done from them. As we said, they have the better positioning here. They have the high ground. They're sitting in the height or the Harry Potter tower.
The second team coming in.
There's another team want to converge onto that side as well. ABS getting sprayed down. Satan just shooting them down, but somehow he has to hide for the meantime. No one to provide support, but he gets sprayed down as well. It's just wiping the floor with them, and somehow 46 survives. Welcome back to the PMCO 2019 Fall Split with me, Win, and of course Mr. AJ will be your casters for today. And thanks again to our title sponsors Vivo as well. And if you want more immersive, more powerful, and more outstanding performance, use the Vivo V17 Pro. And here comes the glorious chicken dinner. And again, if you just tune in and you like PUBG Mobile Esports in general, do hit that subscribe button and hit that notification to make sure you get notifications when the stream comes online, because there's 6 regions being played here, 7 plus the C League as well, and that will be fun to watch, AJ.
And also, like, if you enjoy watching the game but never played the game, just basically go to Google Play Store and App Store, download the game, click the start button, and you're good to go.
Yep,
it's pretty easy.
It's easy as that. Just one button for you to get started with the PUBG mobile game. So thanks again for joining us. And it's been an interesting game in the last game or the last series that we had in Miramar. It was that we thought that Kurd Squad was having a hard time pulling it off in the end game. They kind of had strong performances in the very early and the middle stages of the game, but we don't usually see that in the end game. But finally though, Kurd Squad gets itself a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, basically we can say like they finally found themselves. Like they finally know, all right, so this is how the game is played, and it was Group A, right? Like maybe it was a little bit hard to fight with Group D, or it was like different, or basically it was the first day fighting in the first day with Group B actually, right? So finally like getting used to the environment over there. So basically maybe they found themselves, and we're not seeing except the real deal team. Other teams are catching up slowly, step by step.
Yeah, we see a little bit of a difference here because TRD won once in the very start of the day, and then it was SMP winning once, and then it's back to KS.
And
so a lot of these other teams are kind of mixing it up, started to win their games as well. So this is fun to watch because we want to see a lot more of these other teams perform as well. So Kurd Squad is one of them.
And also one more thing, so the top teams, for example, Iraq Squad, Kurd, Dvendetta are not making onto the top 5 placement. Other teams instead are trying like making it, but we see like Iraqi Squad or other teams which were like terrifying on the first day are just having a hard time trying to squeeze into that top 5. Most of them are getting early on elimination. For example, Iraqi Squad on the first map and 693 on the third map, which gets basically eliminated by actually team SWAT 69, I believe.
Yep, and I think so, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, maybe I'm mistaken, but like other teams are getting early on elimination, and we have 2 teams going to the military base, and this is the problem we're basically getting on Middle Eastern group stages. We see a lot of hot zones, like teams trying to get into the hot zone, but luckily it looks like Team KS has they decided like to back off, right? They're just leaving the place, and pretty good judgment call, because well, you don't want to lose any players because it's risky. You get a chance, like you go into the building, and if there's no items or no guns, you're basically done for this game. Yep. So like I believe a lot of normal players have been in that situation. Oh, someone's next door. Right, let me get into this building, and he got an AK-47. I got like what, a pan. So that's basically, and also it happens in esports also to get those situations. So it's also like
you don't want to leave it up to RNG, right? You
don't take chances, right?
Yeah,
don't take chances.
You want to leave it to random chances. You want to kind of increase your chances of survival, increase your chances of winning those first fights. So you don't really have to go towards that hotspot, hopefully. But that's how we did see KS just running the heck out of there. They didn't really want to take that fight at all. So they went for the car and just evaded that fight altogether. So they can cross, and as the circle comes in, half of it is in the Sonoska military base. So both of these teams don't actually have to move out.
And basically, I would call it this, like not a lot of waters, but there's some water in it.
Yeah.
So maybe we end up in the beach area. Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, the thing with this type of circle is that it can shift either way to the south or to the north. So when it starts to shift,
Yes.
a lot of these teams have to cross the bridge. So that's one of the things. If it ends up to the north, only 3 teams have to cross. Oh, sorry, 2 teams only have to cross the bridge. But if it ends up in the south, there'll be a lot more problems here. So Bandar here is HQ against V8, and V8's Major has already been found here. And he's been shot a little bit, but Bandar is still on top of the house, so he should be fine to go as well. Major is going to just evade this fight altogether, fall back to a more defensive position, I think, but he still wants to take this fight against HQ. So again, we were talking about this with the Middle Eastern teams. That they're very aggressive very early on. They want to start taking fights as fast as possible.
And it is right to like end fight as fast as possible, because if it gets too long to engage, like if you engage too long, you're gonna easily can get third party, especially actually if you're in Middle East region.
Yeah, definitely that, because Assassins right now has found 69's Ray. They will be fighting alongside this hill, alongside the ruins, but Assassins Executor does not want to commit too much towards this fight. He's waiting for the player of 69 to kind of expose themselves first, but 69 are kind of evading this fight altogether. As you can see from the minimap, they are trying to reverse themselves from that fight altogether. They're going to try and go inside the chapel and try to hide themselves inside for the meantime and evade MEA.
Right. So basically, as we are saying, like there is enough chances to be taken in PUBG. We don't want to increase those chances, right? So, oh my God!
Getting sprayed down with the M16 from Awasi, and Awasi just pushing through as well. Wants to see if he can get the knock up on Ray. Ray doesn't seem like he has a lot to offer here, especially because it doesn't seem like he has any healing items. He does have a boost. You can see that he's eating it. And Ray, because of it, Ray will turn back to try and fight this out. But he only has a VSS, a right coming through as well. MK14 is getting shot, and Ray will get the shot in. Nicely done with the VSS as well. Then he turns back and he's like, you know what? I want to take this fight. We can fight this. We have a chance here. We have a fighting chance.
Yes, but still not advisable. They might just have to resync, because you can see actually they are low health. They're not in a good situation. And I think that's it. They're falling back. And great call, right? Great call. Because you don't have like they only have bandages. Ray over here having 2 bandages, level 1 helmet, level 1 armor. It's gonna like if they have an M16, that's a one-shot headshot.
Yep, this is, only has a VSS as well, so nothing left, nothing that he's packing that he can have. But right here as well, as you said. And where will he go? I think he's going to try and search for another house that he can loot up, because this is not ideal having just a VSS, because that VSS is good at range, or rather mid-range, because long range just abysmal damage. So I think mid-range is quite okay for it, but with the VSS only means that you can't really take those close quarters engagements, which is really important in a game of PUBG Mobile.
Yes, and also here we have HQ, which we're having a fine a little bit earlier, but right now is basically they're having a standoff. Like everybody's waiting for another team to make a move, and you see everybody's in their positioning and trying to get more information. And did I saw someone right there on the corner on the ground? Is he gonna get sprayed? Yes, and he's gonna get sprayed, but HQ Crazy gets pinned down.
Yep, V8 fighting against HQ, but somehow V8 is losing out on this fight, losing one player first, because Crazy wanted to take that fight, but he doesn't know that there's a lot more players around him. Jamas is going to try and rejoin the fray, but Crazy has already been knocked here. Zeh wants to rejoin the fight as well, wants to protect Crazy from being shot, but he means that he's exposed as well. Major is exposed as well. He comes jumping out, will try to use the bandages, but Crazy looks like they can't really pick him up, and Crazy gets dropped. First casualty of the game.
Ouch, that's gonna hurt. V8 has not having a good round so far yet in this tournament. We've seen them like squeezing their way into top places, like top 6 or top 7, pretty much like 3 or 4 times already. But the problem with them is like they're like maybe their mechanics aren't so good yet, so they're having problem with actually getting kills. So basically it's not ideal for them to just take on fights so early on. Maybe just they're looking like maybe they're pretty confident about it, but um, they haven't found the momentum or the playstyle they needed. So they're basically like, all right, right, let's
Yep.
try, let's find a way, like let's find ourselves. Like they may normally in esport we see some teams are having a hard time warming up,
Yeah.
but after they warm up, man, like they surprise you so much that you like your mouse gets dropped down into the ground like so much, and you're like, what is going on with that team?
Yep, you're totally right with that. Sometimes we do see them after warming up, just firing on all cylinders. But it is, of course, game 4 of the day, our last game of the day for the Middle Eastern group stages. So hopefully one of these teams between this HQ and V8 could get that winner chicken in there. It'll be
Yeah.
fun to watch because they're starting off with Pochinki. Not a lot of teams usually win when they start off with Pochinki because it's very good early loot, but at the same time you kind of have to fumble your way
Yes.
through because you have to fight another team.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening right now for HQ and V8. So hopefully one of these teams again can step out of Pochinki unscathed. But as it stands, V8 have already lost one person, and it looks like now they're like a little bit uncertain whether to take this fight or not.
And we have the next circle spawning in. And when you want to announce it,
Holy smokes! Half of it is in the Sonoskal military base, and the bottom or the top half has farm in it, and that's it. About it.
this is like normally you want to go to the southern end circle.
Yeah.
But there's still a chance the circle, like this circles, you are going to take chances, right?
Yes.
You are like going to try
Ooh,
your
Nox,
luck.
though, look at this. He jumps up, wants to try it with MEA's Executor. Really nice jump from Nox here. We'll try to throw a nade outside. Executors does not see this. Where is the nade? Is there actually a smoke? Maybe there's the nade. Finally, it's close. Nice jump from Nox. They're wiping the floor with Middle Eastern Assassins here. And it will be one by one going down. Faker goes down as well. From the side, you can see the MK14 spraying them down. But MK14 are only one that's left from the Mia Assassins. Middle Eastern Assassins losing player left and right and center as MK14 gets dropped on the floor. Security gets finished off. MK14 gets finished off as well. So Mia Assassins, the first team to be eliminated.
And actually, if you look at the scorer, Me Assassins actually they're pretty good on mechanics, but not getting too quite like the execution wasn't so great on that map because they were a little bit separated, the support team, and also getting naded was pretty good play actually from both of the team, but like not so good, right? Not a good start.
Not a good start. And Nox, there was a very good jump as well.
Yes.
I think one of the players just jumped into the window, threw a nade, and then it just kicked things off for them.
Yes.
And then Me Assassins was, as you said, very spread apart. They couldn't really get towards their teammate to try and support them, and instead they got taken out. Now 69's Flair is on the floor, and Ray is there to provide support as well. Kind of just hold him in here for the meantime, but Blue coming from the sides will be able to finish him off. But the Blue is eating him as well. But he's going to try and loot first. There's actually a player right beside him.
Yeah, but he may not.
Now he's going to check in, but he's all alone. Can he get this kill? He will be able to drop Ray as well.
Moves,
Nicely
man.
done from Ghost Camp. And he's going to try to do the pen to get that pen kill, adding insult to injury just to make sure that he gets the kill.
Like that was a great move. Like, did you see the moves like ninja, going in like swooping in and turning around, getting down, and it was a pretty big surprise because SWAT 69 is a pretty good. They have pretty good mechanics. We've seen that. We've seen them play. They're pretty good on range. So basically, a great play actually from Vikendi Gaming right here. They just pick up 2 kills and they say like, that's enough, we don't want to fight anymore, we're getting to the circle. The circle is already hard enough to choose, harder to go to the north side or south side. So basically, getting out of there after getting a little bit like advantage of SWAT 69. And SWAT 69 is going to like maybe try, like it's gonna be hard for actually SWAT 69 because if the circle doesn't end up off this northern side of the map, it's gonna be hard if you have only 2 men to cross across the sphere. And
the circle is just bloody nuts, and it ended up on the Sonoska military
my
base.
God.
So this is the military base, the first military base. Oh no, this is actually the second one. The first day we have
Yes.
military base ending as well. So this is the first of the day, a military base ending. That means a couple of teams have to track back. You can see a couple of teams actually
one
swimming
shot
back.
and headshot through the car. Great shot from RPK Current and finishing HQ's FCS3H. Great shot, man.
This is what we said, that some of the teams can bridge camp, or we say gatekeeping on the bridge itself. It's gonna hold off a lot of these teams from coming through. That's exactly what's happening right now. RBK is holding on the lines, making sure that DVX doesn't come in, HQ doesn't come in, and they're holding the line and getting a lot of, they can get a lot of the skills here. Unless these teams want to swim, there's a lot of chances that they will be meeting up with RBK very, very soon.
So basically, the western side of the bridge is camped by RPK, and the eastern side of the bridge, east bridge, especially camped by TRD. So we've seen RPK actually love taking fights, right? They love killing, they love to like go for the shots. So right now, basically just waiting a little bit longer and seeing the next car. Trying to land some card. That's the 4-man squad coming, a 3-man squad coming in. Is this going to be a revenge from HQ? 3 players coming in.
HQ coming in for the right. There's 3 of them, but they stop halfway through the bridge. They want to try and fight this off. The blues coming in as well, so they have to make haste. This is only the 3rd circle, so they can still sustain this fight. By getting the party as well. DVX, one of the players coming in from behind, he gets eliminated by HQ. Though they're in a lot of trouble here because RBK has a line of sight on towards them. They're still on the bridge. All 3 of them are proning right now, but where can they go? It's either they jump into the water, try to make a swim for it, but it's only the 4th circle after that. So they have to make haste. What is their decision right now?
Dvendetta just came in and thought there was already a fight on the south side, and it's like, nope, we're out. And turn around, and they're basically going to the northern side. So basically, we got 4 more teams on the northern side of the map. Other teams are either swimming or either have already made it onto the southern side or the military base.
Yeah, a lot of them are making their way there as well through the waters. But Dabi has already been dropped there from squad 69. Looks like RBK is letting go of this fight. They do not have to take this fight against HQ as well. They can just revert back to a more defensive position, go back into the circle, and you can see the match still listen for RBK's Kurnex. You're next. I keep saying Kurnex. You're next. 251 meters.
Yes.
Is that the kill on the bridge?
Yes, that was the kill on the bridge from Currents with a 98 car. It was a headshot. Basically, HQ was trying to get out there, the member of HQ, but like basically a headshot, beautiful, and that's the farthest headshot we've got in Middle Eastern region.
I think that's the most that we've seen so far. I think.
So far.
Yeah, because there's a lot lacking in terms of sniper kills or sniper confirmed kills. So that's one of the things that we have to look forward to. That Middle Eastern squads, they can shoot, but sometimes their fighting positions are a little bit off.
Yes, so fighting position. Like let's put it this way. So sometimes they have the sometimes they have the mechanics.
Holy
but
crap! So many people getting eaten by the play zone here, and RBK's Skull are just driving around, just trying to escape N60 or 963, and Hawkeye's up above the hill as well. He gets knocked on his knees. Your Next is there right beside him, and both of them are just not moving. Can't really move here from this position. They're stuck. The teammates might be coming in, but the rest of RBK just spraying onto Zeph for the meantime. And Zeph will be knocked as well. RBK Scott is spraying onto the nailing them, peppering them with bullets. AKM is there to provide support, and they will be able to take down AKM as well. 2 knocked for the side of 963. Can they convert this into a defensive position? No, it's Leona coming in from the side. Anas puts rest his ugly face, and Anas gets dropped as well, leaving Aoka all alone. 1v3, and he's right underneath them. I think your next could be able to see him. Yeah, he sees him, waiting for the spinner. Just one more bullet to take him down, and from the side, they should be able to finish him off. They will be able to finish him off. 963 is eliminated at 11th place.
Too early. That's not gonna. 963 is not going to be happy with that ranking blade. Getting eliminated in 11th place means they only get 1 placement points. So it's not gonna be, they're not gonna be happy.
Yeah, but that's the thing with 963 though. Today we haven't really seen them,
Yes,
right?
we haven't really seen them. They're playing a little bit off, I say like they're not playing as aggressive we see.
Because the only time that we've seen them in the top 5 actually last game, they were number 4 or they were the 4th team. But other than that, no top 5 finishes. It looks like they're having a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, but today we're seeing SMP actually stepping it up. Basically, we see them early on trying to get into those circles. So basically, and also trying, they got the game right now. Like they're finding the position that they like. They're establishing a line of defense. They're making sure everybody knows where they are, and also like basically like trying to hold off their lines. So yeah, pretty good. Like SMP is stepping up today. We're definitely seeing SMP making some good plays today.
Yeah, that's definitely right. And RBK as well, we see them a lot, as you said. One of those teams that really like to fight very early on, wins their skirmishes, but somehow can't really get towards the end safely, I think, because they lose too much while they're fighting very early on.
Right now, for example, like you said, like RPK is a team that likes fighting early on in the game. Right now, they got level 3. They just looted. And they got 5 kills and 4 members strong, level 3 helmet, level 3 armor, M24 on their back with a 3x scope, I believe. If not, I'm mistaken. The item management is great. They're in a basically they're in a pretty good position. Also, they can make a lot of plays from this vision if they have the information on SMP, which is a little bit northern of them. If they go for north, they can easily. It's not gonna end well. But if they go straight in, it's not also ideal because basically there's a road which divides they need to make some calls and getting sprayed from SMP.
SMP from above, but suddenly surprise turns back. We'll get the knockout on Jenny, and Jemmy is dropped. Kablash will drop a smoke onto Jemmy to make sure that he doesn't get finished off. But Surprise is on the floor. They should be able to finish Surprise off, but Messi is getting shot in from the sides as well. He has to be careful here. It's RBK versus SMP up this hill. Both of them are very close to each other. That's actually another team coming in very close to them. It's actually Iraq Monsters on the top side, on the north side of the map. And they're trying to third party these teams, but they don't have vision of it so far. And right now, it looks like SMP should be winning this fight. They have the high ground, and Iraq Squad are coming in from behind. RBK Skull is in a lot of trouble here. Iraq Squad just jumping onto him, bringing in the car. The car explodes, but somehow they will survive here. Osama has been dropped on his knees. He will be dropped as well. Killed straight away. Outplay is all that's left. Salman's running the hell out of their outplay as well. They're just following each other, but Skull getting map support as Messi comes straight through.
Man, that M24.
Citizen X provides support as well. Hawkeye is there. He kind of fumbled around. He doesn't know what to do here. He's hiding behind the tree lines. RBK is in a lot of trouble. 2 players coming in for the SMP squad, pushing in onto them. They want to get this kill. Citizen X pushing in first. They know that he's behind the trees. Hawkeye is behind there. Your next is there as well. RBK Skull is way behind. Here comes the nade. The nade should be able to connect here.
Oh, it's a connect. It's a connect.
It's a connect. Maybe a double kill.
No.
And then he doesn't.
No.
He just barely missed them. And Hawkeye and your next will try to run away from it. Hawkeye gets shot from behind. He didn't have a lot of HP. He can just go in and nail them over and over again.
The circles, the blues closing up.
Yeah, they have to run away from it. It's a 6. It's going to be the 5th circle. It's going to be soon be the 6th. So they have to be running away from it because it's very, very painful.
And basically they're trying to heal up, and you see Hawkeye actually trying to get over there before the blade touches him, and they do, and maybe they have a chance to try reviving Hawkeye. SMP just lost 2 of their members. So far, the best team, like the best, like the TRD, the real deal, is actually in the best position. And you see, actually, they are trying to spray down SMP from a pretty far distance. So, but SMP, oh no, Jimmy does get thrown down, but they got time to revive. Jimmy should be able to recover from that. And we also have SMP, which had a fight. RBK. Oh no!
This guy just can't catch a break here. RBK just getting nailed to the wall every single time that they pop up. Suddenly, there's another new team coming in.
Yes.
Loka is all alone here, but the thing is, your Knights can't really engage onto him because he knows that somebody's behind him. That's actually SMP. So he can't really stand up, does not have the information. Gonna try and take the painkillers first to buy himself some time, and then he's gonna just rush in towards the circle. That's the only best thing for him to do. There's a car but right to his right. He can get to the car. I don't think that he's blown up just yet, so he can use the car to get back into the circle.
That's your basically last choice if you want, because as soon as you get on the car, basically everybody knows where you are, so everybody looking that direction. So that last option, yes, but the first option, no. So right now we got SMP recovering from a lot of knockdown, able to be recovered. Here we have KS firing and making actually TRD having a little bit pressure, because KS is actually on a better position for the next circle, and we see as 7K getting knocked down by actually GG and SMP, both sides.
Back to KS here, along with TRD, they're fighting it off. TRD 0 gets knocked very, very fast. Nicely done. Now Kevin is there behind the trees. He's all alone. Now he gets knocked as well. Two of them getting knocked one by one. Now it's all up to KS. Can they finish them off? They will be able to do so. As TRD Marley is on the other side actually, but he's hiding behind the terrain. But he's fighting with SMP as well. So this is very, very weird for TRD. Now they're split apart and they're getting sandwiched by two teams. But Jamie is not in a good position as well because he's all alone underneath here. So if he doesn't have support very, very soon, he'll be in a lot of trouble. He's actually Citizen on the other side. He gets knocked by Tahir on the other side, getting third party there. And
GG actually stealing the kill actually from TRD, and TRD right now giving some revenge back to 7K Nami, but not able to actually finish him up. And you can see TRD having a lot of hell fight because he has no helmet, right? He has no helmet. This is not good for Marley. And getting some nades in. Oh my god. He's not having a great day right now. So far, so good. 7K is actually in the best position. They are basically they have two man standing and 2 knocks down. They should be able to recover from that. Here we have AZ getting that RPK out and spraying, maybe getting somebody, but no, because they're basically everybody's behind the train. Won't be able to go through that, and 7K gets taken down.
Yeah, King there is in a lot of trouble, will be finished off. I think just one more bullet will finish him off. It's from Marty, and that's a shot. King is down and out, leaving Kurd Squad. Good game, and of course the real deal left in the field. KS is still alive here, 4 men strong. This is very, very good from them. So far, they can do wonders in this game. Could be a double winner chicken dinner for them in the works.
This is too fast. They're hurrying. They're rushing a little bit. And they do. First man gets taken down. The second man gets taken down.
Oh no, what a mistake coming in from KS here. Might be a little bit too much that they could swallow. They might be a little bit too jumpy here. They tried to fight, which they cannot. But Marley's all alone, eating the blue. He can't really go up. Can he go up here? He tries to go up. He's getting blocked. And he gets taken out. Marley is out here, leaving KS and GG in a 2v2 situation.
Actually, GG has the upper hand right now because look, KS just had one fight and basically they are going to lose 1 or 2. They're going to lose 2 men right there after the fight. So basically it's a 2-on-2 situation we have, and GG is just in a better position right now.
Yeah, they're in the circle as well, behind the wall. So they're hiding behind this wall for the meantime. They know where the rest of KS is coming from. So Kurd Squad, can they get the second winner chicken dinner already? Can they get it back to back? That is the question right now. He's getting picked up, or maybe could still get picked up by his teammate here. Bujo is still behind Hishi.
They're snaking. Like, this is the only way they basically are going to make it to circle, but as soon as they make it to the circle, GG will have the upper hand because they know the only way they're gonna make it to the circle is sneaking through. And actually,
Bujo is actually trying to steal away the attention from the players of GG. Want to force them to fight this or take this fight, and then he will try to stand up and take him down. He's all alone here. 1v2 situation between him and the GG squad. Between KS and GG, I think, as you said, GG has the upper hand. They are behind the wall. They are 2 men strong. They should be able to take this fight. But Hishi, though, he wants to try something with him. Actually drops the snowman. and the
Oof.
snowman is actually blocking
That's
him
close,
for the
that's close.
meantime.
One more shot should be able to do the job.
Right.
And they're not landing the
He's not
shot.
landing the shot, and he's
Oh
still very
my
much
God.
alive here. Nothing for him to do. He spots them out. That's where they're at. Going for the spray down. Will be able to get a couple of bullets in there, but again, GG is in very good spot behind the wall. He'll be able to build up as well. The spray down will not connect up on GG. He's spraying down back towards them as well.
So right now the problem is the next circle is basically on the side of KS, right? So if do they make, like, if the next circle, if KS can hold his position and have a little bit luck on his side, basically GG's arc is going to try to make the run, but
no. Unfortunately, GG will win it. KS will drop, and Good Game will finally pick themselves up a winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, like, congratulations for GG getting 8 kills, KS followed by also 7 kills, and TRD basically getting 4 kills, and yeah, that's basically it for today. And let's have a look at the highlights here. So the pan kill, right? The pan kill,
yes.
And this was actually our longest shot. Beautiful shot from KRB.
Yeah, this is it's been a very exciting match because they were floundering around the Sonoska military base. They started fighting off starting from the bridge, but a lot of them actually swam to the
Yes.
Sonoska military base. Once they got there, they had to fight around each other, and then it was really fun to watch. But it was so hectic, especially for our Kurd Squad. I think they got themselves into a very good position.
Yes.
But at the end of it, the circle was starting to shift in the
Yes.
place in their position as well. So
Yeah.
I think they could have won it, but again, they're getting knocked while they were coming down the hill by
Yeah.
GG, who had a better position behind the wall.
Yes. Also, like we're seeing, especially on this highlight, which TRD managed to take down 2 of Kurd Squad's men. So basically, like, the takeaway from me actually was actually Kurd Squad like rushing a little bit, because they, like, basically they could have just tried to gather more information. They knew they was there, but if they rush it, because it was a downhill, normally if you rush it, the other team can see you and they have an upper hand on firing on you. You can surprise on them, but if they are aware of you, it's not gonna end up too well, because they have the upper hand of information,
Yeah,
so
but
they
it's
can
really
pre-fire.
uncertain whether KS actually knew he was there or not. He wanted to rush the second
Yes.
guy, but the first guy, but the second guy was actually on towards the left side.
Yep.
So I think they kind of got surprised there in that situation. But again, as you said, not really best of ways to just jump down and rush down. But Good Game will pick up the winner chicken dinner with 28 points. Kurd Squad following in second place with 21, and the real deal getting back on board with 14 points.
Finally. But again, we're seeing a lot of teams stepping it up, which didn't do well on the first day of their match. So this is basically the second day of match for everyone. So we see some teams which didn't do pretty well on their first matches, and we're seeing Iraqi squad which was phenomenal on the first day, like basically ending up on 12th place and getting basically no kills
And
at
here
all.
is the overall standings for the day. It's the real deal with the first place with 135 points. Iraq Squad follows second with 118, and Kurd Squad at 108. 963 has been booted out from the third place to the fifth place. So they have gone down. Good Game also increased their standings, and they went up to fourth place with 95 points. So Good Game is there with Kurd Squad as well. 963 though. Again, we didn't really see them a lot in this game. They got booted out from third place to fifth place. So that's a very far off place for them to be in. Kurd Squad just showing up in spades here in this game.
Right, we here have the second page. We see SNT and Kurd Up team also having chicken dinners, but as you can see, consistency on this new pointing system we have is the key, right? We see also Military B having 1 chicken, but consistency is also like Military B actually is from Group D, so we didn't see them today, but we will be able to see them tomorrow if you turn in. So again, if you love, oh my god, look at this kill.
Marley from TRD with 25 kills. Iraq Squad's outplay with 17, and outplay has been playing very, very consistently.
Yes.
The problem is the team hasn't.
Yeah.
But outplay
The
has
tactics,
been getting,
right?
the tactics is there's a problem for Iraq squad because Outplay has been playing out his mind. We see him a lot, getting a lot of kills. Sometimes he's gathering 4 players, but he gets 2 knocks very early on. So all the kills are going to his favor, but somehow they just can't get the winner chicken dinner today.
Yeah, like on the first map, we see them like getting a little bit bad luck, I believe, because the chances. But like the problem was that like they took their chances on it. Like let's take our chances. Maybe the next circle, it wasn't that okay. Maybe the next circle should be on our side. No, maybe the next circle should be on our side. And no again. But after getting denied so many times by their luck, basically, the problem was they didn't commit to anything. Like they did commit to like holding their ground, but actually they got sandwiched too much. After that, we didn't see a lot of play from iCurd. So sorry, not iCurd, Iraqi squad.
Yeah.
But also on the other hand, 963, we saw them coming in and getting those kills, but the problem was for 963 today was they were always a little bit late for the circle.
Yeah.
And every time they were late for the circle, there was always somebody already waiting on the edge of the circle. So fighting in the blues, especially after the third circle, hurts a lot. It's a 10% damage per 2 seconds. So you don't want to like if you don't want to like basically fight in the blues, it doesn't like it just doesn't work, right?
Yep.
So again, we're seeing some teams who didn't do well on the first day stepping up. Like it's good for us, right? We're having a good time.
We get to see a lot of those teams fight, but again, Kurd Squad is the thing. We thought that they couldn't perform, but actually they got 1 first place and then 1 second place, so they're playing consistently towards the end of the day. So Kurd Squad is the team that I actually myself like. This is kind of like my favorite squad, so I think they'll be the one that's been showing up in spades. So hopefully in the next few rounds they will be winning them as well.
Yes, and let's hope that everybody does well on the next upcoming days, right?
Yep, hopefully so. So thanks again for joining us. And again, if you do like the stream, do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification to make sure that you get the notifications when the stream comes online, because there's 7 regions being played on this very channel, on the PUBG Mobile esports channel, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, AJ,
and of course, if you enjoy watching this game, and if you're just tuning in, just easily, if you want to play the game, go on Google Play Store or basically go on App Store, download the app, just give it a try. Maybe you'll find yourself the next favorite thing you do on breaks or normal days after school or after work. Give yourself a little bit of entertainment. It's just fine sometimes. It helps a lot in your life, right?
Yep, so that will be it from us. That will be very fun. That was a very fun game to watch. That will be it from us from the Middle Eastern group stages. PMCO will continue tomorrow. So long and good night.
Good job.